Cheers.
You're right. We didn't even cheers. Cheers, dude. Show's ruined. Show's ruined. What's up? And welcome to another episode of I'm Will Bryant. As always, I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. But this time, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. My buddy James is here. James Lee. And he doesn't come alone. What's up, James? How you doing?
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, dude. Thank you for
That's
being
been a
a
long
part
time
of this.
coming.
It's been a long
No, because I've been on your shows before, but there are different renditions of I'm Will Bryant. No.
Yeah, I was just telling Val, I was like, James has technically done the show before, but it's not available anywhere anymore.
Those are lost, or
No, I have them.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
You haven't released them.
Yeah. I might put out all the older episodes, even from like the original ones, on the separate fantasy football site or whatever. But as a part of this podcast, no, I just want to keep that separate, really. You were just telling me you went to a vegan restaurant.
Yeah,
James, you're getting old.
Urban vegan.
Urban vegan. I think
that's what it was called,
to make it sound
if
cooler.
I remember correctly.
And it's because
my
Jane is now
baby
going
mama
dairy free, huh?
Dairy free.
And you eat pizza in front of her
Sometimes
with a smile.
I mean, I offer to get her a slice. There's got to be a slice where it's like a cheeseless option. It's just dough.
Just dough
Big
and,
dough.
and marinara
Tomato
sauce.
yeah. With no cheese.
That sounds great.
Isn't
That sounds like a
white slice.
That
though?
sounds like a breadstick. Well, I don't know. White slice, doesn't that still have?
Like that has some type of cheese.
I thought so.
Mm.
I thought, yeah. The sauce is white. It's not
Guess where the color white comes from.
the sauce. No.
Maybe the cheese. No,
Cheese
no, there's
is
no
always white.
sauce usually. No, it's just like white.
It's a white sauce.
Yeah.
That's why it's
It's white sauce.
That's why it's a white pizza.
I didn't know there's a white sauce.
That's what makes it white. That's because the cheese is normally pretty white, usually. There's not like cheddar cheese normally on a pizza.
It's Mott's.
You didn't come empty-handed.
No,
dude.
I did not.
Let's get right into this because we're gonna be doing this throughout the episode. He brought 5 different bottles of tequila. Let's see. Do you? I'm gonna let you captain this. Do you have a specific order that you want to go in?
The Lagrimas first. The one in the middle right there. The
Butchered
pata,
that name, but yeah.
That.
Wait, can you say this again?
Lagrimas.
Lagrimas. Pretty close, yeah. Lagrimas del Val.
I know it's Lagrimas.
That means tears of the valley.
Oh, okay. That's what Lagrimas means.
Yeah, Lagrimas.
Cool.
Lagrimas. Do you know anything about Lagrimas?
So, the tequila itself, I just know it's a Blanco. But why do they call it a Plata? It doesn't say Blanco on it. It says Plata.
So plata meaning like silver.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Is that different from?
It just
I really should know this since I sell liquor for a living.
There's different ways to call a tequila, like a white or a clear.
Yeah, so Blanco is one of them. No.
Yeah, blanco or silver or plata.
Plata.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it just to make sure that this is not a reposado or nothing. But
I don't think it is.
Mm-hmm. Where does it say plata?
Right in the front, in the middle, where the logo is.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, so that's telling you that it's obviously a clear. That reminds me of that episode of The Office where Michael Scott drinks like a wine. He goes, "This is a red." It's like what an astute observation. Let me see if I wrote down some notes about some of the tequilas, but I got distracted.
But that's cute of you because I feel like you're a great host.
Oh.
That's Jimmy Kimmel and that type of late night show. They ask questions and do research. No.
Let's see. That's funny. La Lágrimas del Val. It's a good. I actually was gonna suggest to start with this one too, because let's see. The only
it's the only Blanco. No. Well, that and the.
Is it? No.
The Siete Leguas.
Yeah.
That one's a Blanco.
The only one I didn't get into is the Don Julio bottle.
Yeah, because you can't. I'll explain later on, but.
Oh, okay. I didn't look that up, but yeah, Lágrimas del Valle. It's actually of all the tequilas that you brought, I believe that one is the most affordable one.
That is correct.
Yeah, this
It
one
looks like
like retails at around $60.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas everything else that I saw that you brought is over 100. So you did not bring some cheap shit to this. I appreciate that. Do you want to pour this or?
Sure. You know
All
what?
right, let's let you take over.
Watch me like make a big ass mess.
I swear to God, Jay.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Now, are you gonna take this as like a shot, or are you gonna sip it?
No, we're taking shots.
All right, there we go.
If you're okay with that.
I'm fine with that then.
We're tasting. I mean, we're both in the liquor industry somehow.
Dude, how long have you been working at that liquor store?
Store? At least 2010.
Okay, well, 14.
Because I remember
going on
watching
15
the
years.
2010 World Cup at the store. Like I have a memory of that.
That's funny. I'm really bad. I was just talking about this to my last guest. I'm really bad at remembering years of shit, but like World Cups would definitely help.
Not be one of them.
No, well, it would help. I mean,
Okay.
but if you told me like the World Cup, I'm like, fuck. When was the World Cup? I forgot.
2010.
Okay.
2014. We were in Vegas when the World Cup was happening. By the way.
Wow. Okay. See, I would have really struggled to have remembered
Yeah.
what year that was.
Because it was perfect timing.
Okay.
When EDC was happening and
That means that the year before, I was in Vegas for the
Oh, that was your second EDC that year.
that was, and the year before we were there during the Heat winning the championship in a crazy match. I think against the Spurs or something
okay.
like that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't think I saw any of it. Whoops. So let's do this Lágrimas del Valle.
Yeah. So all I know is this is a Blanco. We retail about 60. That's actually really tasty.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't mind it. It's I get like a little bit like of an earthiness to it. It's not. I wouldn't call it sweet. There's a lot of tequilas like Casamigos and.
Apparently, you can like add additives. It's like
well, yeah.
okay. Like Casamigos is a big one.
Casamigos definitely adds something to sweeten it up. I don't know if you've ever had that. I think it's a Kylie, one of the Jenners.
Oh,
Kylie
818?
Jenner. Yeah.
I have a few people.
Is it
that
818 or 8?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
818. I have a few customers that walk in and ask for it.
Specifically, huh?
Yeah.
You don't carry it.
No, we don't carry it. It's like a big bottle too, so it takes up a lot of retail space.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know. It's apparently really bad tequila.
I've had it because I've worked at places that carried it. It's just it's very sweet.
It is.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Where Casamigos uses like more vanilla notes to sweeten it up. I feel like 818 has a more coconut taste to it.
Interesting.
It
feels like it tastes fake though. Or like
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, since I love, one of the ones you brought, El Tesoro.
That's a great brand.
El Tesoro and Fortaleza are two of my favorite tequilas, and it just so happens that they are two brands that are really well known for not adding anything else to it. So
they are. Apparently, the one we just drank is additive free too.
Okay.
Like these are going to be all additive free.
Nice
tequilas. You know what brand is like trying to rebrand themselves apparently, or Patron. Apparently, they're additive free.
Okay.
Yeah, and like
so they're trying to rebrand themselves
as like they're not additive tequila,
like a more legit.
Yeah, they're actually legit, decent, like good tequila.
I remember when I was younger, I used to think Patron was like
because back then it was like the first one in the market. I feel like
that makes sense.
And then definitely Casamigos came down later.
Casamigos took over as like the kind of go-to quote unquote higher end tequila.
Bars, stores.
Yeah. Damn. Clooney made so much money.
He did. Apparently, he made more money selling his company than like he ever did in his like just acting.
Yeah, I said that on the show, so I wonder if you're just using my episodes.
No.
To throw shit right back at me.
No, apparently he sold the company that makes it.
Yeah.
Made a hefty change.
Yeah, he did like 9 figures on that, I'm
nice.
for sure. Must be nice. Dude, You are. Let's talk about being something that I don't see in my foreseeable future. You are a dad.
Oh yes,
Dude, that is
something relatively new.
Yeah.
Well, Lana will be one in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I get the day off
I
of
hope
work.
so too.
It's what, the 3rd?
It's the 3rd. It's the first Sunday.
Okay, yeah. I put that request in a while ago, so fingers crossed. If not, maybe I'll try to see if someone takes the shift, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you guys are doing like what is it, reservations and you got to dress up nice.
No, you don't have to like put on it's not a suit event.
Not a
suit
suit
and tie event. Just like wear a polo or like, make yourself.
So no jerseys.
I'm definitely wearing Jordan sneakers though.
Mm-hmm. You always wear Jordan sneakers.
Well, I mean, I'm paying for this event. I get to wear what I want.
Where is it?
It's at Leonard's Plaza.
Yeah, Leonard's.
It's out in Great Neck. It's in Long Island.
The whole family's going, huh?
Family, but it's mostly like it's a lot of like more of our friends, I think.
Yeah. Oh, really? I saw that you're gonna be an uncle too.
Yes.
When is
My
that?
little sister's pregnant. She is having a baby girl in a month.
A month?
No. April. So a month after when Lana's born.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they'll be like a year apart.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that it's a baby girl too.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Oh.
Like, yeah, my daughter will have someone else.
Wow, that's gonna be nuts.
Their age and their family. So.
That kind of you would suddenly 2 kids being introduced into
Crazy.
your family pretty quickly.
Mm.
Can you go back to the day that you found out that she was pregnant?
We were we were gonna leave for Europe. Like we had planned, me and Jane had planned this whole Euro trip, and like she just wasn't getting her period. And then before we left, she wanted to take a test,
Mm-hmm.
and then she took a at-home pregnancy test and came back pregnant. And yeah, that's how we were like, oh wow. And then I don't remember if we went to the doctor or not.
Did you freak out at all?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Get a little bit closer to the mic.
No, not really. Just like
Not even her.
she was kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
But like I feel bad because like she basically couldn't drink wine in Europe. Like I like,
When did you guys go to Europe?
I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
And she couldn't drink wine on that trip?
Yeah, she was pregnant.
But was this before or after? This was after, I guess, the wedding, right? The Keith's wedding?
No, she was pregnant at Keith's wedding because I remember she told you guys in the car.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering when your vacation was.
Fuck, I don't remember.
When
was Keith's wedding?
August something. August 13th.
No, then we had came back from Europe. Because Jane would have had work the following weekend, yeah.
So did she still... You don't remember her drinking in Europe?
No.
Huh.
Because she knew she was pregnant in Europe.
Oh, okay.
And she was also very sick for like the first half of the trip.
Like cold fever?
Nausea, just
really?
like puking. The morning sickness.
Pregnancy type of shit. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That thing is real, huh?
Yeah, it is real. And like we were traveling like different...
At any point through the pregnancy, did you ever experience sympathy pains? Have you heard of this?
No.
No, you have no sympathy.
No, unfortunately not.
Unfortunately, you want it? Oh, my bad.
No, but like I feel bad for her when she's like
Yeah.
going through it. I'm very fortunate that like I found a late, woman to like want to carry the kid, go through the pregnancy.
It's willing to put up with it and you.
And me.
Yeah.
No, I can't call it on
it. Her. Well, now, yeah, her.
Me. Yeah. Because the crazy thing is, Lana, she looks like me.
Yeah. That's the thing that happens when you father a child, you know?
But like, I gave you a daughter. You said you wanted a daughter when you were pregnant.
Sorry that she came out looking like me.
No, well, I'm not sorry.
Lana Lee's such a dope name too.
Thank
like
you.
You guys nailed
Jane
it.
picked it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
That makes sense. You had nothing to do with
She
it.
knew I would have messed up.
You wanted to name her Psylocke or some shit.
No, like Chloe.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe Lee. I like Lana Lee. I think, I guess the next one might be... Watch her not even let you get the next one.
No, she's probably going to be in charge of picking it. But, like, she's right, though. She would be better.
As a Lana?
No, well, like, Jane just picking names.
All right, names?
Yeah.
She's just better at being in charge.
Yeah, in charge.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Just
I'm completely okay with that.
just have the illusion that you have any say at all in this shit. The day she was born, was that a crazy day for you guys?
Yeah, because we had just come back from our baby moon.
What the hell is that?
You take a small trip to celebrate, like before, like your last hurrah before the baby's born, like that baby
I've
moon.
never heard of
You never
this.
heard of a baby moon?
No.
Really? It's a thing.
That like women made up to like have one last crazy
You just
night.
go on you're supposed to take your pregnant wife or partner like on trips.
A pregnant woman made this up and was like,
man.
babe, you never heard of this? You're supposed to take me out and buy me a lot of shit. Even though you're about to spend all this money on a birth and a child, I need shit right now.
Yeah. So we came.
So what was your baby moon
We
like?
went to Lake Placid. You know where that is?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's upstate somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
It was a spa, like a resort. There was a spa there.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Massage.
Okay.
Yeah. Very nice. It's very peaceful.
Uh-huh.
Our room was like on a lake, and the lake had froze.
Oh, wow.
So in like our room, like you open the balcony or it's like the back door. It's like you're literally on the backyard or like and like you take a few steps down.
Yeah.
And like it will lead you right to the lake.
Mm-hmm. Which is
The
frozen.
Yeah. You could. Yeah. I walked on the frozen lake. That's what I'm doing. It's crazy. I'm just like thinking like, oh, what happens if like ice cracks and I just completely fall?
Yeah. I just saw some shit where that happened on a show. I think it was we're watching True Detective right now, and what's scary is that when that happens, a lot of times the water underneath can be moving. So when you fall, you don't just stay right where the hole is. You just start going down, like towards just
some other direction.
Yeah, and there's nothing but frozen shit on top of you, so you can't get out.
Why does it move? There's no like.
Well, I guess it's I don't know if
You know what I mean?
I don't know if a lake would do it as much as like an ocean. Yeah, because the True Detective takes place in Alaska, and there's literally a portion of the ocean that's frozen over. Okay. And yeah, if you fall in, like there's a current underneath that'll just take you far away.
Crazy.
Yeah. I know. That's a shitty way to go, where you just know you can't get up.
And I'm not a great swimmer.
No, so you were like, let me go out. Jane's 9 months pregnant, but let me go out onto this frozen river, lake or whatever. So you guys get back from your baby moon.
Yeah, and then we had a doctor's appointment as a last checkup, and like there were certain complications. Like the doctor had to check Jane in that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but regardless, we were 2 weeks away from her due date anyway.
I wonder who the hell is ringing my doorbell right now. But anyways,
once we
wait, 2 weeks. So 2 weeks early.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh
early.
shit. Okay.
But she was born heavy, Lana. She was born like 8 pounds apparently. 8 pounds and 2 ounces.
And that's heavy.
That's apparently a big baby.
Okay.
So, yeah, like either way, she was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it at night? Like, was she up a long time
when we checked in, or
like when she was born?
It was like 2 p.m.
Oh, that sounds really convenient. Actually,
it wasn't that bad.
Did you cut the cord?
No.
Really?
They don't let you do that.
Really? I thought that they let the dads cut the cord.
They didn't. I didn't.
They didn't let you. They were like, this guy. We don't trust this guy with the cord.
Yeah. It's better that way though. I'm very like schemish.
You're like, I don't get to name it. No. I don't cut the cord. I'm
get
around.
To raise it though.
Yeah, that's I guess that's something. What is the second tequila that we're gonna do?
It'd be the one in the tin over there, Lagrimas.
We just did Lagrimas.
No.
This one? Siete leguas.
Doesn't leguas mean tongue?
Yeah, it does. So that means 7 tongues.
I've seen it on a menu somewhere.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. We do eat tongue.
Yo hablo español. Un poquito.
Un poquito.
Un poco. No comprendo.
Well, okay. There we go.
So, yeah. This is another Blanco. See, this says Blanco.
Yes. This is a good observation once again, James. This is a nice...
it is great packaging.
Yeah, beautiful pack. Wow, look at that.
It is also, if that bottle is also a 700 milliliter.
It's huge. So yeah, let's see if we can get all of this. This packaging is kind of nice. It comes with, I guess, an instruction manual.
How to drink this.
No, let's see. Made of agaves and criollos. I did a little bit of research on this one. This one's actually retails for about $1.20 to $1.40. It says Siete Leguas, which is the brand, but it's also this bottle specifically is called Siete Decadas, which means 7 decades, which is supposed to.
Does it say that somewhere? Oh,
So right in front, Siete Decadas.
this. That means
Yeah.
70?
7 decades.
7 decades, okay.
And it's supposed to commemorate the fact that the company's been in existence for 70
Good
years.
for them.
Yeah, they were founded in like the 1950s, I believe, and it's still owned it's still family owned. The guy that started Siete Leguas, what was his name? Ignacio something, I believe. His son is the head of the company now, Juan Fernando. Still like one of the oldest distilleries in. Oh yeah, here it even has his name on it, Ignacio Gonzalez Vargas. He was the founder of the company, and his son is still the one running it right now. Beautiful, like I love the way that it's kind of like packaged in a old school tequila, old school Mexican looking paper bag there.
The crazy thing is, like, that makes me worry sometimes. You know? Like,
Why is that? Oh, the
the amount,
packaging.
like, you have to spend money on packaging because
Right,
your product
right.
is shit.
Maybe let's see.
You know what I mean?
I heard this one.
Oh, that's fancy.
I heard this one might have some notes of mint and fennel to it. We'll see.
For me though, like, I can't ever taste, but like, it's the like what I factor in if it's a good tequila. Like, does it burn going down?
Yeah. The most typical positive thing that someone will say about a spirit or an alcohol or a liquor or whatever is that it's smooth.
Yes.
That's what everyone can identify whether or not something is smooth. I'll let you pour that again. I'll let you do the work. I remember when I was becoming a bartender at my first gig ever.
Which is where?
Well, I was working at the Farso Station House, but they were going to let me be a bartender at the sister bar, the Astorian.
And that one's Astoria.
It was, yeah, before it closed down. It closed down during the pandemic. I had to read a lot, read a couple of books about, whiskeys and liquors in general. And one of the books had a section about tasting, like how to, I guess, tasting is more about using different words that you might not normally think of to describe certain feelings that you're feeling in your mouth or whatever. Like when it comes to whiskeys, you can think something's like a little bit spicy or hot. What you would say there's different types of spice or smoke even.
That's true. Like, there's different type of spices like turmeric,
Yeah,
cumin,
and you might describe them in a different way.
yeah.
You'll describe something maybe as heat or maybe bitter or smoky, in different ways of describing smoke, like peat or campfire even. A lot of times in bourbons you get like notes of coffee or toffee or even chocolate, some more sweeter parts of the palate get activated there, and it's all just trying to figure out different like words to describe those like differences. And when it came to like bourbons, I was able to do a little bit of that because we had so many to drink from over there. With tequila, I tend to I realize or am more aware of the sweetnesses in it.
Interesting. Okay.
So vanilla and coconut are usually pretty easy to pick up. Whether or not something's just like agave heavy, they usually just taste a little bit more natural, maybe like earthy, is a way to describe it or whatever. But when you're not really sure of any of that, as long as it doesn't burn on the way down,
Yeah.
everyone understands when something doesn't burn on the way down, and they're like, "Ooh, that was smooth," like. We don't really understand why. We just know it didn't fucking hurt us.
Yeah.
So let's keep doing it, So let's see if this one burns on the way down.
You want to take a shot of this or is it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We'll do it. You said shots, we're doing shots.
Oh, that's really good.
Wow, yeah. So I love that way more
Than the other one.
The first one, yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about. This is like double the price of the other bottle.
Right.
And like it makes you like think like, is it worth it? I think so.
I like that one too. Yeah, it's very smooth. It's not harsh at all. It's very gentle. I do taste a little. I can see where they're coming from when they say that you might get some mint in it.
I can't. Like,
No?
For me, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one I feel like I tasted more. I don't know. It tasted like more.
Cooked agave flavor.
Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So it is part of your job to like choose what you guys are selling at the store.
Yes, and it's like what I do for a living though. It's like it's not rocket science. It's like it's literally selling liquor.
Right. Well, so you work at a liquor store.
I own a liquor store.
You own a liquor store in
Long Island
City.
It's a great location. I'm very fortunate. I love being my own boss, but like selling liquor, it pays the bills. It ain't my passion. Yeah.
When did you start becoming an owner of it?
10 years ago, like the process.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the original owner wanted out, and me and the business partner at the time, the manager of the store decided to buy the store off of him.
Okay.
So we bought the store off of him and paid him off in 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a
Wait, and when was this?
10 years ago.
So you already finished paying it off.
Nice.
Yeah. So owner of Blue Streak.
Yep, Blue Streak Wines.
Nice. Did any part of you want to change it to like James Lee Wines?
No. No.
So you are in charge of then.
Not in charge, but like I have like an
Some
opinion and some
say.
say. It's crazy. It's just like liquor is just brands. It's like tons of them.
What sells a lot at your place?
Like, Casamigos apparently.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
very popular.
Is that like your number one seller? Then is Casamigos, you would say?
In terms of tequila, I say so.
Is tequila your number one seller?
No, it's definitely whiskey. Because like my store is like my business partner Rob. He's actually like he knows a lot more about whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been great. Like selling liquor for a living. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate in what I have, and yeah.
But you're in there like 5 days a week.
No, I'm there 4 days a week.
Okay.
And yeah, I get to. Oh, so I love the store too because like I have a schedule that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Jane works in the day 9 to 5, and I'll watch the baby girl 5 times out of the week in the mornings.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then I'll work nights and weekends. That is my schedule.
Nights and weekends.
Nights and weekends.
Just you work around Jane's schedule essentially.
Yes, like whenever Jane is at work, I'm watching the baby girl. Whenever I'm at work, Jane is watching the baby girl.
So you guys don't really have like
we don't really
grandma
get any
watching it a lot.
They're here right now from Korea, like my in-laws.
Yeah.
But yeah, they watch her for like a couple hours in the day when I go drop off Jane.
Mm.
Yeah.
How about your parents? Do they watch them?
Not really. They don't really help me out in terms of just watching the girl.
Oh, really?
They'll do other things like bring me food. And, yeah.
Okay.
In terms of just like babysitting, baby girl, no, it's just like me and Jane.
Yeah.
It changes our life, man. It's like I'm not like it's crazy too because like I am. Yeah, it's I feel like the baby girl is great, like because like I feel like I have a purpose now. You know, like I need to send my daughter to college now. Like, make sure she gets there. Like,
my purpose is to make money
to make sure you're like you're smarter than me.
Yeah. So you don't want her to just do like become an influencer.
No. Well, I mean,
we were just talking about that with how Val has a goddaughter.
And how old is she turning here?
God, I don't know. 6, 7.
6. Okay. Is this what kids are into now? Like,
so yeah, it's funny because like I've been with Val long enough where I've already gone through a couple of like birthday gifts or Christmas gifts, and it's always been like a Barbie or something like that, or a makeup set or something, and suddenly Val's like, oh, this year she decided she wants to be a YouTube influencer, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's what kids want to do now.
What do you gift? Like I'm not gonna gift her like a webcam or something like that. But then like she found that's the wrong message to send to like a little girl. Like here, make money online with the webcam. But the FAO Schwartz does have like a child, like web.
Does it take photos? Like I saw it outside.
Yeah, I'm not
does
sure.
It, like, take actual photos you can print out, like send.
I don't know if it prints out. I don't know if anything prints out photos anymore. But it might. It definitely. I think it takes videos and it might save it like on
the thing.
I guess. Yeah. I didn't do any research on it at all. Val found it, and I'll probably pay for half of it. So that's how it works. Before, yeah, I was like having fun choosing like what vehicle to get her for her Barbie playhouse and shit. Now I'm like feeling weird. Like, are we buying like content creating material for a 6 or 7 year old?
I wonder, like, what age am I gonna give a cell phone to my daughter?
That's funny because when we were growing up, it felt like we shouldn't have like. It was normal to not get one till like in high school or something like that.
I didn't get a cell phone till high school.
Do you remember what year of high school?
Like freshman year.
Okay, yeah, I think I had one freshman year.
Did you have a Nextel?
Eventually. Yeah.
Oh, I never had a Nextel.
No, that was a cool one.
That was like if you got one, you were in.
Yeah, it's funny because I had a lame ass. I had like one of those.
Bryant had a Nextel.
Yeah, Bryant. Dave had one. Let's see.
They're not even in around.
I had
anymore.
a Nokia. I had a
Nokia. That was my first phone.
I had a lame Nokia that had Snake on it. And shit.
That's it.
And I didn't really like my phone for the longest time, and then I finally convinced my parents to let me get a Nextel. And I went from not having a Nextel at all to having like the newest Nextel that had like color on it. And like,
I remember you also had a Sidekick in like Stony Brook.
Sidekicks. I had at least 3 different sidekicks. I
remember them?
I had the first sidekick I ever had was the green LRG sidekick, and I remember like Tony was so jealous of that sidekick.
Ghosting ass bitch.
Yeah, little ghosting ass bitch. Tony's the only person that's been later to this podcast than you, because Tony just stood me up. You showed up 2 hours late for this podcast, but Tony just never showed up for a podcast one time. I was like, all right, you a ghost ass bitch. You took that to the next level. That's the most ghost. Tony's the most ghost.
Tony most ghost.
So yeah, you're. What age have you noticed? Are you doing like? Do you know what age now kids even have phones like that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like I should like Google that or something. I don't know. Definitely before high school now, I think.
Damn.
Stop running away from the microphone.
Oh. Trying to lean back.
You got to get in close and then lean back if that's what you want, or lean at an angle, like this, so that you're still near, like so that you're still near the mic. James is not used to the spotlight. You want another one?
Yeah. Do we have it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a backup?
I have plenty more.
Nice. I thought I was the only one that finished the beer.
Nah, get out of here. All right, ready? Let's do this. Wait, let's. All right. I love how James asked me in the beginning of the before we started recording. He's like, that sound at the beginning of every episode, is that you opening a beer and then enjoying it? I'm like, yes, James. That's
just making sure. Because like I listen to you like every week.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've always said that like you and Dave are probably.
I do it when I'm washing bottles.
Washing bottles. Oh, like what do you mean?
Like baby bottles. Like,
oh, I thought you meant like at the store.
Yeah. Having a kid, like it's a lot of work. There's a lot of little shits too. Like there's a lot of laundry, a lot of washing bottles. Although I should really buy a bottle washing thing.
I didn't
know. Dishwasher.
Oh.
They make them like specific for bottles.
For bottles.
Yeah. Or you can buy like a little. I should buy a little portable dishwasher.
Mm-hmm. What's been you probably had no idea about any of the products you're using, anything that's going on.
In terms of the store?
Well, no, the baby.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't read no books.
Did Jane?
I think so.
You think? You don't even know.
I don't know. She's winging it too. But she's doing an amazing job, though. She's like a great mom and a partner. And I'm very fortunate.
Were you, how do you think you're doing?
I could be doing some things a little better, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like what? What do you suck at?
Everything.
Well, you're there, so that's half the battle.
Yeah, that's half the battle. But I'm like, I live there, so. I'm there. Like, that's my bed, too.
Are you good with the diapers?
I do. Yeah, I'm okay.
I do them.
I do them. I do them. When do we start potty training so I don't have to spend money on diapers?
Oh, man. You said she just started being able to stand up on her own, huh?
She can stand up on her own.
Yeah.
And that's it. If she walks, takes a step, she like falls. Like drops.
Yeah.
She can walk along things if there's like so we got a playpen.
Okay.
And so it was like a rectangular thing, and she can walk along the thing in a circle if she grabs the borders, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It is cute.
But
It's
she
like,
can't.
I've seen her grow. Like when she was first born, I can hold her in my forearm. They're that tiny, like literally like this, without like doing the second arm.
Yeah.
And now I have to like, oh, she's big.
Is that bugging you out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because like that means like you and I are both getting older.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. There was a moment. After my show. I don't know why, but I chose to wear my hair down during my show, my comedy set, and I left it down for a little while. And Dave is like, so.
Oh, the photo I've seen is your hair is down. I'm like, oh, that's the look he went for.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. But Dave being so tall, he had this moment, and you know how Dave just says all the douchebag things that come to his mind. He like just looks at me and he goes, you know, from this angle, you thinning a little bit over there on top, you know? And I was like, thanks. I started putting on like my fucking hair back out.
Oh my god!
And
I know that feeling too.
I had this moment. I was like, we are getting old for sure. And I looked around to see like, I just started studying all of our friends' like hairlines and shit, you know.
At that place?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
Don't study my hairline.
And Tony was spinning, and
he ain't got no.
And Cole was to my left, and I was like, all right,
okay.
I'm not that bad.
Sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, sorry. Oh man,
Fucking Dave with his curls. That's what it is, though.
I don't think you were with us for this time. God, I'm talking about back in high school, I believe. I want to say it was me, Brian, Tony, and maybe Josh. And I'm trying to think if you were there, but I don't know. And we had for some reason, and I don't think I've ever gone with them to a mall ever. And
Mall, no.
on this day, we went to Green Acres Mall. I think
Valley Stream.
Maybe it was Valley Stream. I don't know, but
Pretty sure it's Valley Stream.
So we're at an Urban Outfitters in the mall.
No, that's definitely not.
And we pick up this book of like Would You Rathers. It was like, you know how Urban Outfitters has random, you know, like coffee table books and shit. So it was this book that literally just asked would you rather questions and gave you two different scenarios. And we're asking each other questions, just laughing about it. We're literally dumb high school kids at this point. And I forgot which one of us. We like turned the page and started just laughing, and they're like, nah, we can't ask Tony that question. And I really don't remember who saw it first, but I feel like someone showed it to me, and I just started cracking up. And it got to the point where like me, Brian, and Josh all read the joke but didn't say it out loud or the thing or whatever. And Tony's like, what the fuck? Let me see it. Let me see what the fuck the question is or whatever. And the question was like, would you rather have a receding hairline or a proceeding hairline?
And this was in high school?
Yeah, because you know that dude had a his shit was going all the way back then, man. He knows it. He knows it. I love you, Tony, you little ghosting ass bitch,
but like, do you remember? You know what hairstyle was popping back in high school?
The blowout. Yeah, because he had one of those for sure. I had one of those too.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, no, you did not have a blowout.
Like my hair can't grow like that.
But his blowout would like be like shorter in the front and longer in the back because it was like he couldn't grow it that much in the front. I feel like it would be like if I tried to do a blowout now. I don't got it going on. Oh man. You're being the boss. I've always wondered, do you do the job interviews or do people just show up?
Sometimes I do the job interviews. My business partner does the other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's funny. Half the battle is like getting the person to like show up to the interview.
Really?
Yeah.
So you'll schedule interviews.
I'll schedule interviews. Some people don't show up.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like every time I've ever nailed an interview, I'm like usually so in need of a job.
Some people just don't show up.
Don't show up.
Yeah.
Huh? Imagine so many people are walking up to the spot, then they see you inside, and they're like, "Nah, I'm just walking away. I can't do this."
Sucks for them. I feel like my company is a great place to work for or work at.
Do you need people, or are you hiring?
Not right now, but I mean, yeah.
How do you like firing people?
It's not the greatest feeling. In the world.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't get.
But
off
like
it.
sometimes you just gotta get rid of the people.
Has anyone ever pissed you off?
A few times.
Yeah. Is it just like coming in
Dumb
late?
dumb shit. I don't know.
Anyone ever stolen from you?
Like employees.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
But like, there's definitely theft that goes on.
Yeah.
For sure, people steal shit all the time.
Yeah. You catch people stealing?
Like usually, not like on. Well, I had an employee see an employee put in something and grab a bottle, put it in their bag, and just walk out.
Wait, you saw an employee?
I had an employee that was working at the time saw a customer grab a bottle off the shelf and just walk out.
Yeah, because there's no way. Like, there's no like. It's not like a department store where you can put an alarm on some shit, right? Yeah.
I mean, I could, but like.
On the bottles?
Yeah, there are things out there I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, for example, it would be over this, and there's like a little.
Oh, but you have to then put something manual on like every bottle.
Yeah,
that's
literally, I'm not doing that.
I was about to say that's a lot of work, man.
I've seen things like that.
Huh.
It's funny, like, you're also in the liquor industry as well.
I mean, yeah,
like,
I guess in a way, yeah.
Well, bartending. Do you like working at the Comedy Cellar compared to the Diddy? Like,
oh yeah, well,
I know it's also different, so you can't really compare it.
The Diddy, I had a lot of fun at the Diddy.
The Diddy gets litty.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't the healthiest thing for me.
This is good. The Cellar.
Yeah. So there's a lot more structure and discipline that goes on.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
If there's like celebrities that walk in involved, like you can't have like a ratchet ass place.
Yeah, no, there's none of that. I mean, like at the Diddy, I loved it to death, but like when an owner walked into the Diddy, he was like lining up shots for us to take together, you know, with regulars at the bar.
Wild.
Yeah. So
keep doing what you're doing, y'all.
yeah, and here, drink with me and call over the regulars or whatever. Like, I mean, you've been there.
It's also a great location too.
Yeah,
like
Ditmars.
Ditmars.
Yeah, I love the area.
It's also the bar that like the stay open the latest.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, right?
Pretty much, yeah. 4 well, not just because there'd be maybe 1 or 2 other bars that stay open until 4 a.m. But our kitchen was open till last call.
Really?
Yeah. So 3:30 in the morning.
You can get food.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking
the entire menu.
You like your boss like I see the concept. Like wow.
And here's the thing: the kitchen is run by one person, so you only need one person.
Like
there.
the amount of labor costs.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And
good job. You're a great entrepreneur.
It's why it's a huge reason why the Diddy is one of the most successful bars in definitely on Ditmars Boulevard.
Yeah.
But it's got to be up there in Astoria, like in all of Astoria too, in terms of just the business, like the revenue it pulls. Because Fridays and Saturdays there, you've seen it.
I know, yeah.
It's like a club, like how packed it is. But because the kitchen's open so late, it becomes like an industry bar. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Cause
every day is open till it was open till 4.
Yeah. 7 days a week, 4 a.m. Kitchen open till like last call at like 3:30, 3:45 sometimes. You know, but mostly 3:30.
Wild.
So,
like,
everyone,
if it works,
everyone else that worked at a bar nearby, they're done at midnight, at 1, at 2.
They can go to the
so they come to the Diddy for drinks and the entire menu's there, and so they always knew that, and it happened all the time. All the time. And industry people are the best people because
they take care of it all.
Not only do we always, usually 9 times out of 10, industry people are tipping each other generously, but we're also pretty much never the difficult customer.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because we get it, you know. So But the cellar, I think I've the Diddy was cool, but like I don't think I grew much. But I mean, you know, it paid me well. It was. I don't think people work at the Diddy. Well, I mean, if you grow while you're at the Diddy, then good for you. But like what I needed just wasn't there, and you know, getting fired, although it sucked, it actually worked out in my favor.
It wouldn't have led you to the cellar.
Right, but it wasn't immediately because I had to do
to...
6 months at the Horny Ram, which I fucking hated.
6 months?
Yeah, pretty much because I got fired in December and I was hired in January at the Ram, and my first day at the cellar was June 1st. But I think that was the day I interviewed. So it's not even a year yet that I've been at the cellar. But yeah, definitely the most rigid place I've worked in. Like, it's definitely tough. But also, like...
You're not drinking there.
No.
That's tough.
Yeah, no.
That's what you meant by, like, it's rigid. Like, you know, like...
Yeah, no.
If you want to drink, you got to pay, but you shouldn't be drinking. That's not a thing.
No, not even if we pay. I go across the street after
you can't
work.
Drink here. Like, it's literally... I get it. Like, literally, there's celebrities there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's amazing, though. Comedy cellar.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a great opportunity, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it steered me in the right direction so far. Because the thing is, you remember on this podcast a month before I even got hired in May, I said that I wanted to do comedy. And then I ended up working at the cellar like through just a bunch of random events. It wasn't like I didn't know that job opening was coming at all, you know. The ability to work at the cellar, like, yeah, if you would have told me a year ago, or, you know, if you would have told me while I was at the Diddy that I'll eventually be at the cellar, like, I would have been very happy with that. I didn't know it would have taken me getting fired for getting too drunk. Fired for doing a lot of shots of tequila. So let's do some more in honor of that. Okay. So that was a good one. We should, you know what? We should definitely like be like ranking these as we go.
Oh, for sure.
So we've only done two so
so
far.
this is one. The other one is two.
Okay, this is easy so far. All right. Do you know what you want to go with for number 3?
Because the other one's a nail and this one's extra nail.
Oh, are you going in the order?
Of like aging.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
See, I know like some things about tequila.
So impressed.
Reposado means rested. Aneo means aged. Extra means extra. So I'm assuming it's longer aging compared to the Aneo.
Yeah. Well, Añejos it's also...
It's like 18 months.
Reposados are aged more than Blancos, and Añejos are aged more than Reposados.
Yes. But like it's like after a certain months, it like a Reposado becomes
an Añejo. 18 months sounds 18, right,
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And different companies will have different years for like their Añejos, I believe. Like,
what do you mean different years?
Like they might their Añejo. Some companies might do a 2-year Añejo, whereas others do like a 3-year.
Yeah.
Añejo
Okay. That makes sense.
Like okay. So you wanted to do
this one, yeah.
Don Julio?
Yeah, because that's the only Reposado. So this is a single barrel Reposado. Apparently, you can buy a barrel of like tequila.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like it's big, like to buy a barrel of whiskey.
It's very. So I love that you're bringing this up right now. Before we even recorded, you were asking me if I have more like shows lined up with guests.
Yeah.
So actually, excuse me as I burp on here.
I've been
Oh, that was nasty. Time. Yeah. Anyway, so this is not the classiest of podcasts, but my guest that was on will have been on right before you. My buddy Josh Wagner. He and if for all you guys listening out there, you would have just heard this. I believe in part 1 of our 2-parter episode. Josh and his family bought 2 barrels of scotch.
What?
In Scotland? Yeah, from the Bruichladdich distillery.
Bruichladdich?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how. Yeah.
I think I know the brand.
Yeah.
Like I think like I have a bottle of it on our.
One of their bottles is like very blue.
It's like a sky blue. tin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that from that distillery they bought 2 barrels, and you can either sell the entire barrel back to the distillery for profit, or sell back half of it to make some money back, and then they will bottle the other half for you. And because it's your barrel, all of the labeling on the bottles has like your name on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So he actually gave me 2 bottles of them. They're downstairs. I can show it to you later.
There's a bottle of scotch downstairs.
2 bottles of
or
scotch
Brulatic.
downstairs. Yeah. Technically, yeah, because it came from that distillery.
Yeah.
And
It's a single barrel.
one is was aged in a bourbon cask, and the other one was aged in I forgot what exactly the name was, but it's most similar to like a sherry, which is like a type of like
wine. Yeah.
It was aged in a sherry cask.
Oh, okay.
So they
That's
were
the thing.
both
Yeah, I've
pretty
seen it.
different colored and different tasting, and we got destroyed. We drank so much scotch, and I had work.
Do you like scotch?
It's not my go-to.
But you'll drink it.
Yeah, especially if you fucking...
It's whiskey.
Especially if you brought it from Scotland.
Yeah, I brought the Scotland directly for you.
Yeah, and bought the barrel yourself. Yeah.
Buy a barrel. Did you know that?
So this may sound like... maybe like a little hoity-toity or whatever, but like when I do higher-end scotches, like I do appreciate it. I like smoky drinks.
You like peaty. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it's a peat. Yeah.
And
Islay.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that the Bruichladdich distillery is Islay.
Yeah, it's an island off in Scotland.
I believe they pronounce
Islay?
it Isle.
Isle.
But I used to say Islay when I read that book that I was talking about. Where one of the books I read, I had to do about whiskeys in general. Yeah, that one's from that island, which tends to be the smokier, the more peatier of the scotches. That most of them come from that island, that area in Scotland. One of my I was telling him this too. One of my favorite cocktails is a penicillin.
Oh, what's in a penicillin?
So penicillin, it uses 2 types of scotch essentially.
Interesting.
Bless you. Honey.
Okay.
Ginger, like a ginger, either muddled ginger or like a honey ginger syrup.
Sounds healthy.
Like
Honey and ginger already.
And lemon.
Oh, my 3 favorite ingredients when I'm sick.
And it's then you do a float of the. I remember I said it's 2 types of scotches. So it's 1 type of blended scotch for the cocktail, and then on top you do a float of a smoky scotch.
What is float? Like, how do you get that?
A float is just like when you have a drink and you pour it, like it's already in the drink. On top of it, you put 1 last ingredient.
Okay.
Like New York Sour is a whiskey sour with a red wine float.
Okay.
So you literally make a whiskey sour, pour it, and then you add wine at the very end.
Like with the finishing glass.
Mm-hmm. So then the finished product is a whiskey sour with literally a red layer right on top. Okay. If you poured it correctly,
it floats.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy because I figured it would just all mix in.
So if you pour it, haphazardly and without some gentle care, then the wine will just kind of fall in and go deeper, and it'll just be like a reddish drink. Okay. But if you pour it, technically you're supposed to pour it over like a bar spoon because it'll help make it like a gentler process and stay up high. But it's not at the cellar just because I'll be like moving quickly. If someone orders a sour, I can float it without the bar spoon and as long as I just pour it gently enough. And it does look it's a beautiful looking drink. It's an aesthetic drink because if you shake a a whiskey sour or any type of sour properly, you'll get like a little bit of a layer of foam on top. And that becomes like a perfect little bed for.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't float down.
Yeah. Mm. So in a penicillin, you're floating a very smoky, peaty scotch. Normally, a scotch like a Lafroig or something like that.
Yeah, Lafroig or Lagavulin.
Lagavulin's another one, but I think the Lafroig was a little bit more aromatic, and because the whole point of the float is then when you're doing when you're taking the first not even the first sip, but especially that first sip, before you're even tasting anything, you're smelling the smokiness of that Lafroig float or of that second scotch float on top, and then once you break through that and get that scotch and a little bit of like almost like spicy bite from the ginger and the lemon, like it's an excellent drink that I really miss. I haven't had that in a while.
As a bartender, is that a hard cocktail to make?
No, not really.
Or is it annoying?
Not it was only a little annoying because I've made it 2 different ways in the past. I've made it where I had to actually muddle real ginger for it. Yeah. So anything that involves more labor in general is always going to be annoying for a bartender. So that's why we hate like mojitos, you know?
Oh, okay.
You're muddling the mint
every time.
And
you can't just slap it.
Well, no, that's for the garnish really, and the slapping is to activate the scent. Yeah. So you should still be muddling mint and technically some lime in there too. But I worked at the station house, at Forest Hill Station House, and at the Astorian. Our mojitos required crushed ice, so we would have what's called, I believe it's called a Lewis bag, and it's just this canvas bag that you put ice in, and then you use a mallet to literally crush ice.
When you say canvas, like one big block? Like when you mean crushed ice?
No, so the canvas bag, it's just like that's the material the bag is made out of, and you put just the ice cubes that we have in our well, we throw that into the bag, and then like just twist it so it doesn't come, the ice doesn't come out, and we have like a little like maybe like a rubber mallet, and we're breaking down the ice cube so that it's crushed ice.
Fresh crushed ice.
Yeah. And so we had to do that and then muddle for the mojitos. So mojitos at that spot were even more annoying.
6 mojitos.
Yeah, no, and it happens too, especially in the summer. Like that's when it becomes kind of.
The crazy thing is when you're drinking mojito, you know that mint, it gets stuck in your straw. Like why would I mean? I like the cocktail.
That's actually why technically, and it was what we had to do in that bar. You're supposed to give people 2 straws for a mojito, and it's because the mint is always fucking clogging up the straw. Don Julio, this is a
so it's Don Julio single barrel. Like my store bought this barrel.
Oh, they bought an entire
we
barrel.
Bought a barrel. We buy barrels. We have like a bunch of like whiskey barrels too.
Yeah,
different like whiskey brands.
Oh, that's cool. That is how we started talking about that. So, how many bottles did you guys get from a barrel? Do you know?
It's like this one was like maybe 100 at least.
Okay.
160. I might be mistaken. I completely forgot how much. Yeah.
And this I'm seeing goes for about what, $60 to $70? Does that sound around right?
I think we sell about 90, to be honest.
Okay, I was about to say because I see one for 95 over here too.
But like all the other two is like whatever price range you said, my prices are definitely in line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like the crazy thing is like I've seen liquor stores like charge things like a lot more. I'm like, it's crazy the concept of like what they're the whole. What I'm trying to say is also the whole retail business, where there are people out there that are like, these are like covenant products, like especially whiskey too. There's like certain brands like Pappy, Eagle Rare. You know, like people hunt and like Sazerac. They hunt for these items and like,
And what, you feel like there's a lot of places that like are overcharging?
Oh, for sure. There are other stores that charge more things. Yeah, I'm very happy and proud of my store. Like we're a little hole in the wall in New York City.
Yeah,
we're family-owned business. We're like honest and reputable. We've got decent pricing. Yeah. What could be worse? That's all I could say.
I like your attitude about that. You do the night shifts. What time are you out of there by?
Depending on the day. If it's Thursday, Friday. Thursday I'm done at 9, and then the weekends I'm done at 10.
Oh, that's not too bad then. And you're out of there like pretty much at that time.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I'm off Mondays. Yeah. I'm off Mondays through Wednesdays.
What, it should be obvious, but like I'm guessing Christmas time is.
I work busy. Every holiday.
Yeah. Oh, every holiday.
Yeah, but like also like as. Like you're also in the industry too. Yeah, like you've worked holidays. Yeah. Man. Like it is a thing.
I worked Christmas Eve this year. So. Your busy season, is it Christmas time?
Yeah, for sure. The hopping around like Thanksgiving.
I was gonna say Thanksgiving.
But like as a bartender, are you busy around Thanksgiving? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so the day before Thanksgiving.
I know that's a thing in the industry. Like the day before.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
The day before Thanksgiving is actually one of the biggest bar days of the year. Yeah, for like restaurant
businesses, because like people are home for a family and like they're not trying to cook.
Yeah, definitely not that day. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's big in the bars too because I think what a lot of people feel is that tomorrow I'm gonna be with family all day, so today let me go get fucked up with like my friends or my coworkers. You know, people get out of work and they don't have work for 2 days. You know, so they have a 4-day weekend. Like fuck it. I'll get messed up tonight. Let's go for it. Is like 4th of July big for you guys? Memorial Day weekend. I'm trying to think
my location. You can see the fireworks.
That's true. You are right you're right on the piers, basically.
Literally right there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
it's one of the busier holidays for sure.
Yeah. So,
holidays, baby. Like it sucks because I have to work every of them, but like
yeah,
it is what it is. Should have studied harder in college.
January is your slow month. I'm guessing.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the same thing in bars too. All right, we're doing shot number 3.
Don Julio Reposado single barrel. So apparently Don Julio is one of the bigger brands name.
For sure.
And like they add additives, but like this came out of a straight barrel. There's no additives.
So no additives. And
it's like it's additive free. It's straight out of a barrel. Like,
do you know what kind of barrel it was?
No.
Got it.
Oh, it's a single barrel.
Yeah. I got that. And what that means for people that don't know, like a single barrel, a lot of times a spirit will use a blend of different barrels. So when it's a single barrel, it means that it's only taken from the one barrel. Like if you ever heard of a blended scotch, that means it's taken, from
multiple barrels.
Mm-hmm. So usually something that's either single barrel, small barrel, private cask type of stuff, they tend to be more desirable. You kind of usually it lends itself to being a higher priced spirit. So let's go for this. Our only Reposado.
That's smooth too.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I do get because it's aged longer. I definitely actually taste more notes of the barrel in it. It's a thing more so in whiskeys to legitimately taste wood sometimes. In
oak.
Yeah, exactly. So I get a little bit more of that from this one. Not sweet at all. You can tell that this is a non-additive type of tequila. Is that something? Wait, are you even a tequila guy?
I do love tequila.
All right.
I feel like I like it more than whiskey.
Because I thought I would have thought you were bringing it because I'm a tequila guy.
No, I'm a huge fan of tequila.
Over whiskey, you said?
Yes, I prefer that over
anything.
Yeah.
Got it. When did you realize you were a tequila dude?
Maybe a couple of years ago, like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, so kind of recently.
Yeah.
What do you know? What got you there?
The margarita started becoming like my favorite cocktail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I will say a good spicy skinny margarita.
I don't know what a skinny margarita.
Skinny just means that there's no like sweetener, so no simple syrup or no agave or something like that.
I wonder what that's like.
So like when I was trying to like be very strict on carbs and shit, I wasn't eating like breads or grains. I was also cutting out sugars. And I actually went completely carb free so that I could drink like whatever I wanted. Mm-hmm. And this is right around the time I started being a bartender. So although I had a carb free food diet, I was drinking plenty of beers that were probably fucking that up anyways. But I purposely kept the food diet so I could, because as a bartender, that's when I really started drinking more and drinking more different shit. I learned what the skinny margarita was, and it's simply like a margarita is tequila, triple sec, lime juice, and either simple syrup or agave.
Triple sec is an orange liqueur, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you take out the simple syrup or the agave to sweeten it up, then that's a skinny margarita.
Tequila, lime juice,
and triple sec.
That's it.
Yeah. And I love a spicy margarita. So and I'd rather it be less sweet. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
if I go to a bar and I say I want a skinny margarita, they would know what that means.
They should, yeah.
Okay.
It's not that it's not like you're ordering something ridiculous.
I just usually do tequila sodas, like at
yeah,
or like
that's your go-to. Yeah. I'm not a big tequila soda. Yeah, I know. Which is like, I'll do a beer and have shots on the side every now and then. But you know what happens at when I go to the bar across the street from work, the McDougal Ale House. Hey, the bartenders there, they know us. They know our staff because our staff is in there pretty often. And if I order like a shot of tequila, it's more like a neat pour of tequila, which is like fucking, 8 ounces instead of the regular like maybe it's like no, it's like 8 ounces compared to like the regular 1.5 ounce shot that we're taking. So I go in there and I order like tequila twice, and I'm fucking coming home all zigzagged and shit.
How long is the commute?
So once I'm on the L train,
You walk to the L from the cellar
I like to walk to Union Square to get the L instead of taking a train from West 4th.
to transfer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's what it is. Like, I can get on the L and be home in 20-25 minutes.
That's not bad.
No, but what sucks is when I get to Union Square and I have to wait 20 minutes for the L.
Oh, okay. It doesn't run that often. At the times you take
At that time, yeah, not really. And if I just missed it, then I'm screwed.
That's another 20 minutes. Okay. Makes
so,
sense.
So like
Every 20 minutes.
I'll take I'd say 10 to 15 minute walk from the cellar to Union Square, which I don't mind because because here's the thing. If I take the train from West 4th, which is probably like the A or the E train, there's a possibility I have to wait 15, 20 minutes for that train. So if I wait 15 minutes, 15, 20 for that one, and then another 15, 20 for the other L.
40 minutes right there.
Just waiting. So I'd rather just walk to Union Square, and I'll smoke I always smoke a joint after work. I always have one rolled and ready to go.
Nice.
So
It's legal now.
yeah, and if I don't have one rolled and ready to go, I go to the fucking smoke shop right next door and just buy one. So that's why I don't mind that walk too much. And I walk down University, which is not as sketchy. If you walk down,
the city is wild right now.
Because if you walk, it's literally, if I take that walk 2 blocks over, I'm walking through like homeless people and meth heads and crackheads, and I walk like 2 blocks the other way, and I'm walking through like NYU kids and and like that's it basically because that's where all the dorms are. So this one, I know where I'm ranking it. Do you know where you're putting it?
Probably the best one so far.
You're saying the private cask is the best one.
But like these two were like, this was really good.
I'm
just trying to like remember which one was smoother.
I might put the Siete Leguas first and the private cask, Don Julio private cask second.
Okay.
And definitely Lagrimas is still coming up third. Yeah.
That's not going anywhere. I don't think it's going to move up.
You think it's going to come in 5th out of 5th, huh?
For sure.
Fifth
But like
out of
you
5?
can't really compare things because like it's all different aging, if you notice. Other than these two. That's a Reposado. The next one we're drinking is a Añejo.
Añejos.
Yeah, this I've drank a little bit like at home.
So all these bottles,
It's from my collection. Like I've taken stuff home. Yeah, I've got a nice little bar.
Nice.
It's cool.
Do you keep anything besides tequilas at home?
It's mostly tequila.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 bottles of whiskey.
What whiskeys do you have at home right now?
So like my store has bought in like a bottle of Eagle Rare, a barrel of Eagle Rare. And I took 2 bottles home.
Oh, you also have is it like a special private cask of Eagle
It's a single barrel of Eagle Rare.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eagle Rare is one of my favorite bourbons actually.
Each of their their regular stuff that like that usually it's at bars or stores. Mm-hmm. That bottle of whiskey is usually it's definitely aged for 10 years minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, but like that's their standard.
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare is a good brand.
It's
all from that Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, the Buffalo Trace distillery is the biggest distillery in America. I think in the world.
No, it's not the biggest, it's but like the most prestige, I say. Jim Beam apparently I think is bigger. Yeah.
Oh,
in terms of like
maybe it's that they have the most
power.
They definitely
they bought like Jim Beam has bought like Hibiki. You've heard of it? Like Japanese.
The Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese. They make whiskey too. Like oh man,
the Japanese whiskey. The I've had a bunch of them. Nika Coffee, Suntory.
Nika.
you
know what I'm talking about? Nika.
Yeah, that's
the brand.
Yes. Why do you sound like you're getting away with a word?
Nika. That's what it is. Nikka.
I love that you spelled it just in case you don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. I'm trying to get canceled.
Nika Coffee. Yeah. Damn, did I just talk about this on the last episode? Have you ever heard the trick to remembering whether they spell it whiskey with an E or without an E.
Isn't it like countries that aren't U.S.?
Not.
But like I know that
specifically.
you can spell whiskey with the E, Y, or just Y.
Right. And there's a weird trick that I learned. If there's an E in the spelling of the country's name, then there's an E in the way that they spell whiskey.
Okay. Oh.
But if there's no E in the country's name, then
So
they
like
don't.
Jameson.
Wait.
It's born in Ireland. No, it's made in Ireland. There's E in Ireland.
Ireland spells whiskey with an E.
Because like you spell Ireland and like IRE land.
But Japan does not.
And it's spelled EY.
Japan spells it SKY.
Oh.
America spells it with SKEY.
EY, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing. Like,
I mean, interesting. I wonder what the Brulotic downstairs spells it. So Scotland, there's no E.
so if it says whiskey on it at all instead of Scotch, then they wouldn't have the Y on it.
No, but it's always Scotch whiskey.
That makes sense. It's too
And
far.
like literally, usually, bourbon barrels will say bourbon whiskey, or rye. Depending on what that is. Have you heard anything about this brand? Have you seen this before, or have you seen any other brands
Cascanes.
that we've drank so far?
Cascanes.
Yeah.
So I do know a little bit about Cascanes only because I looked it up. This bottle, closer to 120 to 135 normally, I believe. How much is it for you guys?
It was like around 120.
All right. Cascave is actually owned by. I believe this is the first. Well, originally Don Julio was Mexican owned, but I don't know if it is anymore. We did Siete Leguas, which is still owned by the same family that started it, and I believe Lágrimas del Val also is Mexican owned. However, Cascanes is owned by Colin Edwards, who is actually a winemaker. Who then delved? I swear to God, he delved into tequila because he's a huge fan of tequila.
Yeah, he's a tequila bro.
And he hooked up with some. Actually, I know that he got the recipe for tequila from a master distiller named Humberto in Mexico. But now he works with. Now that he has a recipe, he actually had another distiller named Francisco Jimenez, who's known as Don Chico. He works with him in the distilling process, and the two of them, pretty much are now churning out these Cascanes. I've never had Cascanes before in my life, but
But if you've seen it before.
Seen it, yeah. Okay. I've never. None of my bars have ever had it.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it before, and like we recently got it.
Recently,
like it's been like a few months now.
When you get a brand or a bottle that you've never had before, what makes you take that chance on a bottle?
The demand, I guess.
Have you had people ask for this then?
Not really, but like we've heard good things about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really just kind of word of mouth.
Word of mouth, and like.
Do you ever do like research on a brand? Like
a few times here and there. Yeah.
What are you looking for when you do research like that?
I guess price or consistency. If it's a good product or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are certain things like in the store that we carry just because like it sells though by itself. Like it's a brand recognition.
Sure.
Like, yeah. Like it's more bigger on wine because like there's wines out there like for example Kim Crawford.
Okay.
It's a white wine from New Zealand, super popular. Like people know it and like we carry because it's a big name
and it sells easy.
Yeah. Josh is one of them. I'm not sure.
Josh.
You've heard of Josh?
Yeah, okay. we had it for a while at the cellar. Josh is becoming kind of popular now, isn't it?
It's huge. It's a huge brand in California. Yeah.
Josh, like vineyards or some shit like that. And I've got is Long Island City, like, do you feel like that's a big wine area?
My store, I guess, yeah. Like, yeah. I have customers that like love wine, yeah.
But bourbon or like whiskey still your number one over wine?
No, it's even.
Oh, wine's up there too.
But like out of all the spirits, I'd say, although vodka's people drink vodka like no problem.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not a big vodka dude.
Me neither. I'm wondering if the people that are buying vodka from you, if you're doing it for mixed drinks or if they're doing it like
I'm pretty sure some people drink it straight up.
Yeah.
Straight out of the...
I feel like unless you're Russian, just drinking straight up vodka
like
is a little weird. Yeah, even Val doesn't even do it, but Like
She likes wine. She's fancy.
yeah, she's fancy.
Okay, I love wine too.
She likes to.
I also
Or
love tequilas.
will you drink tequila like at home, like neat or? Like,
I'll like pour myself a glass
Mhm.
and like I'll sip it.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't do shots.
yeah.
Only you bring out the ratchetness in me. Like, let's do shots.
I don't. At home, in terms of drinking like a neat pour or something, I'll do that more with whiskeys than tequilas.
Mm.
I don't
You
know.
can definitely sip on tequila though. Like it's like aged in barrels, like just like whiskey.
You know what I had for the? I've made them and I've tasted them before, but I've never had an entire drink to my own. What I had for the first time just the other day that I actually really enjoyed was a tequila old fashioned.
Interesting. Instead of whiskey, you put in tequila.
Yeah, and it was it was excellent. Like I someone that enjoys, because if let's say I go out to like a restaurant like Val or something like that, or even a bar, if they have like a Fortaleza, I might order one neat
Okay.
to like drink on the side. But they had this tequila old fashioned drink at this bar that we went to, and it was just an old fashioned is literally just the whiskey, a little bit of sweetener like simple syrup or demerara, and bitters and ice essentially. So they did that with a tequila, so it just sweetened it up a little bit and gave me like a nice king cube to ice it down, because I don't mind something on the rocks. Dude, I enjoyed the hell out of that. It's one of my favorite drinks I've had in a long time. Yeah, I might fuck with the tequila old fashions a little bit more instead of just doing like a neat tequila or something like that.
But do you like, for example, do you make cocktails at home?
Not really. On some like for special occasions with Val, I will. But like on a regular day, now if I'm drinking at home, which I do drink at home. I drink pretty much whenever I record the podcast too. But like, I'll drink just beer, and in terms of like hard alcohol, sometimes when I'm doing the podcast, I'll do shots. But like, if I'm just,
I love it when you shout me out.
oh yeah, I do it often.
Thank you, James.
and
now here I am. Let's do this.
Is it? Thank you, James.
Neil. They all taste the same to me. Neil. And that's what's like, yeah, that's the biggest problem for me. I can't tell if I like more.
I remember years ago, you took like wine tasting class or some type of wine course,
I've
right?
taken,
What was it? Was it a wine
so there's this
tasting
thing
course?
called the WSET, International Wine Cellar or Center.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like you can go there to take classes and like you can actually become a certified sommelier.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So it was.
I got up to the last level before you can start to become a som.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not trying to become a som.
Right.
Because selling liquor is cool and all. I love being my own boss. But it's not my passion. Like, I'm like happy for you, bro. You've done how many episodes of podcast?
Well, listen, this hasn't paid a single
I know,
bill.
but like, you're following your dreams, baby.
I am following. I will say that, like, because
it's amazing.
I have a regular job. I am a bartender, and
But
that's
on your passion, this is your passion.
So I get what you mean, because when people ask me if I like my job, I'm like, yeah, I do, but it's also like I don't. It's not what I want to do.
No,
and we're
Same
getting
thing.
at that age where it's like, can I do this? How much longer can we do this? So yeah, I'm. Of course, I chose like 2 or 3 of the most ridiculous things to pursue in podcasting, comedy, and DJing. But yeah, that's
one of them's got to hit.
I know, right? I'm just throwing out, like, I'm just playing the probabilities right now. Like, all right, one of them is a pipe dream, but 3, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I also just, part of me feels like it's a way to just stay a little mentally healthy. Because if I was just going to work every day to bartend at a job that I like, but isn't fulfilling me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have no other plan at all, then I would probably be feeling a little sad or depressed or something, And I'm sure that's what happens to a lot of people. Like a lot of people will go to work doing the same thing over and over again, and you know, like what you said, it's not like it's not like a passion.
For
it's
sure.
not, you know, like and it may eat away at them after a while. You know, I don't know how the hell my dad ever did it. You know, like or how I feel like our parents like did shit like that all the time. You know, just our parents are the last generation was the type of generation that just worked shit they hated just to provide for the people
sure.
they loved, you know. But yeah, I literally do this. This is a labor of love that I do. The podcast, the time I put into it, going up on stage to do comedy, that was a labor of love as well. DJing has been a labor of love, and all have been pretty humbling. But they do make me happy on different levels in some way. That is for sure. I wouldn't be doing it. Like I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do 52 episodes
No,
of podcasting if you didn't love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this a year in for zero money. This podcast costs me money. This equipment costs me money. It literally costs money to like
Do this episode.
you're
paying electricity.
Like I have to pay a monthly fee for like my website or for like it's called an RSS feed.
Interesting.
That's where I upload my episodes to every week. I not only do I pay that fee for this, I pay that fee for our fantasy football podcast that I only do for like half the year.
Oh wow!
But I pay that shit for the entire year. Why? Because I like doing that shit for you guys too. Like I pay for this podcast. Literally costs me money, and that's kind of the way it is. DJing costs me money. You know, in a way, buying this laptop. You know, like buying all the gear. I'm in debt to my. Well, I mean, I'm not. Well, I am. I'm in debt because of student loans, but I mean, like in
Damn
terms.
it, Joe. He had promised forgiveness.
But I mean, in terms of like all my passions, I've invested, I guess is a better word to use, 5 figures into it already, you know? And it's literally given me back maybe, I got paid like $100 once for DJing. I actually did get paid for Vibe Fest too. I profited off
At
of
the
that.
skate park?
Yeah, somehow that netted a profit, but it was not.
Worth it.
Yeah, I felt like Thanos. Like, what did it cost?
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
It's fine. Something that, like, you know, like the next event can't be that bad.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. So we'll see. You know what's crazy? Val, for Valentine's Day, she bought me AirPods. Because I've been
AirPods, as in like the ear one, not the.
No, not the over the
What
head.
are earbuds or earpods? Right. You know what I'm talking about?
The over the head one?
Yeah.
No, not
Apple.
that. It's just the ones that go right in your ear. And I've been wanting them for so long because I've been using one AirPod for like 2 years because I lost.
You lost the other one?
We, as a household, we had 2 sets of AirPods and we both lost the left AirPod.
Nice.
So we just have
2 rights.
We have 2 rights. So both of us, like, we just have one right AirPod whenever we go out, and it's so annoying. And I feel like I haven't really listened to any music in almost like 2 years because I feel like I can't listen to it properly if I don't have it in both ears. So I've been listening to just a lot of podcasts, and I always listen to a lot of podcasts, but I've been listening to even more ever since I just have the right ear. And the less music I listen to, the less music I discover, the less playlists I make, the less inspired I am to spin. Val bought me these AirPods, and in the past, like, just week, I've listened to more music than I have in probably half a year. And, like, I can't wait to, like, start spinning again.
Okay.
So she's really good at buying me practical ass gifts. Like, she bought me the AirPods, and I love those.
Shout
and like
out to Val.
for Christmas, like, she bought me a bunch of things, but like she bought me just boots for winter, and I've literally worn nothing else on my feet
With the boots?
except boots since she gave them to me. And like, I remember she was like the most worried about that gift because like she gave me like video games, and of course I love those or whatever. But like, I've played the video games a couple of times, and I've worn the boots because honestly, I any free time I have at home, I'm doing something with either the podcast or content or at the time memorizing my comedy set to I've been trying to use the time at home for like other shit, you know, like so. I'm trying to. Sometimes I feel guilty if I'm spending hours playing a video game.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't know. Do you still play video games at home?
Decent amount. Well,
What are you playing at home?
I play a lot of FIFA.
Okay.
I'm a huge FIFA
Versus people
You
online.
know, like random.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kick ass. Sometimes I get my ass spanked. Like it's very humbling.
Yeah.
And that's my like passion. I would love to get paid content.
Really?
Well, just stream playing FIFA. Like I would have a Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a Twitch or no?
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that. No.
Have you thought about starting a Twitch?
No. Well, yeah, but like I don't know, just for shits and giggles. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like that's my.
How often do you play? Do you game?
I'll like
unquote.
try to like play 2 or 3 rounds.
A
Or
night?
just like games, yeah.
Oh, so you
But
play
like
like?
lately, I haven't been able to play at all. It's been like a couple weeks.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I haven't been gaming much.
Because of the baby.
Baby,
Yeah.
sleep, like. But before, I would stay up late, like after the baby's sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and like everything's done.
Mm-hmm.
I get like an hour to myself. But it's like 2 a.m.
I was gonna say Jane's asleep,
James
baby's
is
asleep.
asleep. Like I don't have to do anything like for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I'll go outside and like take a hit
Mm-hmm.
and then come back and play a round of FIFA
Mm.
or 2 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like next thing you know, it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you see, that sounds nice.
What do you mean?
Cause like, I don't know, like, what happens with me and Val more often than not is I'm the one that falls asleep first.
Okay.
And had you like, I would have
No,
thought,
I'm up late.
yeah. And
I'm
I used
very
to
up
be the type that would go to
Like
sleep.
insomniac. Remember this.
Yeah.
Because like you know when you were at Stony Brook,
I would
like
never go to sleep.
like Brian and Tony would go home, and guess who would stay out there?
Yeah,
Me and you, baby.
I would never go home. That's when we ended up chilling a lot
Yeah.
more. And you would like text me at random hours, and like because you just kind of knew that I was gonna be awake, and then I would just come over and
Yeah.
we'd smoke or some shit. Yeah. So, and then when I started bartending, that was even the case more because I would be coming home really late.
Well, Diddy made you work like you closed mostly at the Diddy. No?
Yeah, but even before that, when I was at the Astorian,
Okay,
like
you
my
still close?
oh yeah, I was the closer essentially. I was doing like
It's a hell of a lifestyle, bro.
yeah.
You can make a lot of money, but like your personal life and health
I have the opposite schedule of everyone I know essentially.
right
Like,
now at the cellar.
Well, no, I mean
Oh.
like when you're closing
Oh
like,
yeah,
5 days a
week.
week, you know,
Yeah.
like I was doing like
Or nights.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was at the Diddy. I wasn't clocking in until 9 p.m., which is
That's
nuts.
wild to
yeah,
me.
9 p.m. and then I'd be out of there by 5, 6
5 in
a.m.
the
You know,
morning.
like on an easy day, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. But like Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturdays, like 6
You
o'clock.
would clock in when the sun is coming up.
Clock out. when the
Oh, yeah,
sun's
that's what I
coming.
meant,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember when I was being trained as a bartender and being shown how to do the end of the night paperwork the first time ever. My old coworker Mike, we were doing paperwork and he heard the birds chirping in the morning, and he like grabbed his head as if like a needle just pierced him in the side, and I was like, "Are you all right?" He goes, "You're gonna learn to fucking hate that noise." And I was like, "The noise of birds singing?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because it's gonna just be a constant reminder of the fact that you're still
here.
at work and haven't even gone to sleep yet." And there was a point where I understood what he meant because it was happening.
It's like because like retail and what hospitality, it's different. We're still like you sell liquor some sort of way.
Yeah.
And like the way I look at it, like hospitality is crazy, man. It's crazier. Like
Yeah. I would agree with well,
I think it's crazy.
it's rough. It's rough. Crazy depending where you work. I've definitely worked in crazy places. I always feel a little, I don't know if proud is the word, but there have definitely been moments when my friends have visited me at my jobs, and Val has visited my job, and I've had a number of people have this moment with me where they're like, I don't know how the fuck you do this. Like, whether it's a Diddy night where, like, people are just yelling at me from 12 different directions.
Tequila soda.
And I still have the time to turn around and pour all of you guys shots and do them with you. And, I remember at one point, like, there was a moment where Mon was visiting me. And she just had this moment where she looked at me. She's like, "Wow, this is your job," and I was like, "This is slow right now. Like, it's not even that crazy." Like, Val has definitely like told me like I could never
Anxiety
do
attack.
what you're doing. Like, no, she's like, I don't have the patience for it. I don't have like, yeah, I would get anxiety from it.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, so there is. Bartending is kind of like the first thing I've ever done where a number of people like look at me doing it, especially the places that I've done it.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I've ever like, I guess, skill I've ever learned that I feel.
It's a skill for sure. Bartending is definitely a skill, and you can like definitely make a lot of money on.
Yeah, it's a trade.
It is definitely
that's
a trade.
the way I look
for
at
sure,
it. Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's the first like anything. It's the first thing I've ever done where other people looked at me and were like, "I'm not really sure how you do that." Like, I don't think I can. Like, put it this way. When I played football, nobody watched me playing football and was like, wow, I don't know how you do. They were like, I don't know how you're that bad. I didn't know people could be that shitty. No one ever saw me playing basketball or doing karate and were like, I have no idea how you're pulling that off. No. But bartending, especially at the Diddy, Val's seen me. Val and Gucci have visited me for what's called Music Monday at Chanel, excuse me. That's right. B Squad. Val just had dinner with Chanel today too. Thank you for the leftovers that apparently I have to Venmo them for. No, I'm kidding. They talked about me Venmoing them, which is fucking. Val was talking to me. She was like, "Oh, at dinner we were talking about like how like our financials." Like I was like, "You're talking about you and Gucci were talking about like our financial situation." She's like, "It kind of yeah." We were just saying how like. All the bills and the rent, we split everything down the middle. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, we split like rent is right down the middle, our utilities right down the middle, our bills right down the middle. I'm like, yeah. And then she's talking to Gucci. She's like, yeah, but every time we ever go out, he pays for everything.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah,
no?
right. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's nice, isn't it? She's
fair,
like, yeah.
no?
She's like that. So that's why I think maybe I could get him to Venmo for half
For
of this meal. Yeah.
No, I didn't go.
She said that because I was gonna get so many leftovers that
Oh.
perhaps she could. And I was like, you know what, you son of a bitch. No, this one's on you. Are you ready
How
for
much
one?
leftovers are you getting?
Oh no, it was like they brought home like 4 little boxes of shit. Yeah, and that was good. But still, I ain't paying for that shit.
No. You didn't go out and enjoy the ambiance of the restaurant.
I had like the least romantic Valentine's Day gift for her, or at least I thought it was.
I didn't even get Jane anything.
But she loved it. Oh, really? You didn't even? So
No, I wrote her a card though. Definitely.
you wrote? What did it say? Dear Jane,
Dear baby mama.
love
you.
love baby daddy.
Love baby dad, exactly.
Cheers. Now, this is on the surface. This is gonna sound terrible. Well, we did go out to dinner. We went out to dinner and to a bunch of bars. We had drinks. But the main gift was I literally during dinner, like right after we ordered, I just sent her money via Apple Cash or whatever.
You just gave her money.
Yeah, but it's not just like, hey, here's money. No, she knew right away what it was for because she was talking about how she just like a couple of days earlier had told me how she wants a new tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And the tattoo is going to cost X amount of dollars.
Okay.
So
You paid for her tattoo?
I sent her the money I sent her $100 more so she could tip.
the dude,
yeah, exactly.
or
Chick.
the
You
artist.
sexist pig, you. Dude, I was with you when you got your
Yes,
tattoo.
but do you have a tattoo?
Not yet. Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Is that
I
your
want
only?
more.
Is that your only tattoo
Yes,
still?
it's on my tattoo. I would love more. For
You
sure.
got your Korean name in Korean,
Yep,
right?
on my back. I
Jae
would love
Kyung.
Jane's and like Lana somewhere.
Oh, nice. Like in Korean?
Yes,
Or, does
in
Lana
Korean.
have a Korean name?
Yes, she does.
Oh, what is it?
Sooyoung? No, Soojung.
You just fucked up
Rush hour, baby.
your daughter's name
Oh man.
on like it's recorded. Like that's good. Oh,
Can we edit this?
no, that if anything, that's gonna be content for Instagram. That's perfect. You fucked
But
up.
do you know where that's from?
Well, You named her after a
Yeah.
rush hour?
No, well,
Su Young. Su Young.
Su Young.
Push the button. Push the button.
Yeah, but
God, push the button.
that was a great scene.
That was
Her and Chris Tucker.
It was. I agree. And they sing "Honey," right?
Mm-hmm.
They sing the Mariah Carey song.
It is.
All right. What were you gonna say, Su Young? Well, first of all, is it Su Young or Su
Su
Jung?
Jung?
Su Jung. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that from?
My grandfather actually
Oh, so not
named
Rush
her.
Hour.
No,
No.
he actually named her, and like,
Is he a big Rush Hour fan?
no, but unfortunately, oh man, he passed away earlier. Like,
Oh, no.
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
My dad went to Korea recently.
So it was your dad's dad.
Yeah, my dad's dad, and like, I'm trying to go to Korea this summer.
Really? What?
Wonderland.
Why that name?
He named it. I don't know.
You know.
Yeah. But it means crystal
Okay.
in Korean. That's it.
You ruined the whole Rush Hour thing with
Oh.
that story. You couldn't.
But
have
it sounds like
you
Sujung, but like
couldn't have a happier
Soo-young.
ending.
I don't
When
know.
you heard it, were you all excited because you thought it was?
No, I was just happy that like she has a Korean name
Yeah.
because I love being Korean, man.
You do.
Yeah, I do. I'm very prideful.
Nice.
Yeah. Taemin국.
What's Jane's Korean name?
Chie?
Chie.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you do you want then, because you have your Korean name in Korean,
Yes.
do you want their Korean names in Korean as well?
What do you mean in like there? Like-
So you don't want Jane and Lana on your back. You
Yeah, I
want,
would want the Korean names tattooed. Like,
yeah. Because it would look weird
I would
if you
want
have-
Jane's name next to mine.
Yeah.
And then we do like a tree thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
And if we had a second child,
Yeah.
like there would be 2 lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one will be called Chris Tucker.
If it's a son,
If it's a son.
if it's a boy, then
Christina Tucker, then if not. Lana Lee and Christina Tucker Lee. Do you have to use the? I'm gonna use the bathroom. I don't know if you have to use the bathroom.
I'm okay.
You're okay. All right. So I'm gonna do that clap thing.
Right now.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it. Clap.
Actually, if you're gonna use the bathroom, I should use the bathroom.
All right, then you go first.
Oh, they're cold?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's more. You didn't have to bring the Blancos up.
Just in case we try to I wouldn't mind some seltzers now. I like a good seltzer.
What is your favorite flavor? Do you have one?
Hold up. Ready?
Yeah, you're gonna clap.
Oh, yeah. The clap.
Wait, I have a question. This is still recording, no?
Yeah.
You edit this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like that whole gap won't be in the final. Yeah. So like if you want to say any N bombs, get them out now.
It's a trap.
That'll be the.
Okay, but we're okay. Like, no, I don't know. I feel like we're boring. Fucking Dave. You remember when you commented like, "Oh, boring."
Wait, hold up. This is actually pretty funny. Ready? You think you sound? You think you're
I
afraid
think
of
this
being
episode's
boring?
like one of the more boring. Cause I don't know. I'm a nervous wreck.
Really?
I'm shy of the camera.
Yeah, I know.
Like this is why like I look at you and you're like doing this like wow. That's like it's amazing what you're.
You're too.
I'm camera shy. A little
You're
bit.
too kind. I get. I know you're a little. Do you
take
have
the
a?
one of
You want the watermelon?
Yes. Oh, actually, I still have a beer.
It's all good. If you want to just.
Although the watermelon and the pineapple one were two of your favorite flavors.
Two of your favorite
Yeah.
flavors? All right, then I'll do the pineapple then. Let's open these up right now. Yeah. Cheers.
These are so much like easier to drink than fucking beers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like you can crush like 6 of these and not like feel.
Well, you definitely get drunk from it, which I've learned for sure. But I enjoy not feeling too bloated and heavy. Yeah, I agree. And also, I have found like, especially for like, if these were cold right away, I would have been doing them from the beginning.
Oh, for sure, from the get.
For that reason, but also like, even though they're flavored like pineapple and whatever, if I wanted to be more aware of what the tequilas are tasting like, I would rather do that than over like beer or whatever. But anyways, going back to what you're saying, pretty much every guest that I've had has the same worry that this is gonna be like they don't know what the fuck to talk about. They're gonna be boring or whatever. I've always I don't know, but if surprise is the right word, but people like what they like, and it's very subjective.
Interesting.
There have been times where I've put out episodes where I was like, this episode is gonna slap. This episode should get great feedback, and no one really comments. And then I'll put out episodes where like I feel like that sucked, and people will be like DMing me or commenting or whatever, and the downloads will be higher or something, or the views will be higher. And when it comes to guests, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I haven't had a boring one yet, but I
Probably the most boring.
we'll see. We'll see what people say. I guess it's up to them, not to me. I'm having a great time, but maybe the 4 different types of tequila.
Thanks for having me on. Like
Thanks
I've seen
for
you grow.
Oh,
I'm very appreciative.
I'm glad that you wanted to come back on. That you wanted to be on. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because like you've stated before, like you have no problem just talking.
Yeah.
I kind of do, and I feel like I should tackle that.
Your
Fear of just like blabbering.
Do you
Not blabbering, just like
so
lights on
in
spotlight.
The episode where I talk, it'll have been out now for a couple of weeks by the time this episode comes out. But I told you how I have an episode coming out where I just talk about my time performing at the Cellar.
That's next week's.
From when we're
From
recording,
this date.
from when people are listening, right? We're recording this on February 20th, but this won't come out for like another month, actually. That's how.
See how like dedicated he is. You see this?
That's how I am the type of guy that where last year he's
planning,
recording every episode like whenever I had a moment to record, and then pretty much releasing it like right out. Yeah, I had no schedule last year. This year, I've been able to book enough guests where I've been able to bank episodes. So I literally have
follow your dreams.
I literally have at least my next 3, but I think 3 episodes already like ready to go out. Like I could like die tomorrow and those episodes will still come
Don't
out.
say that.
I won't die, but don't worry. But those episodes, like they're already uploaded on the internet. They're just scheduled to be released at a certain time.
Season 2, baby.
Year 2, yeah, basically, pretty much. That was the goal. I said it. Like I wanted more guests, and so right now,
Here I am.
right now you're here, and I had a guest. I rescheduled a guest because of the snowstorm. So you would have been even like later. You would have been like 5 weeks from now because I have. Yeah, I quite literally have 3 episodes already banked, and then you'll be the 4th. So
You know what though? I'm surprised like Alejandro hasn't like recorded his championship episode.
yeah, I extended the invite to him too.
He's got to do it before we draft.
Mm.
That's
You
your
hear that, bro?
timeline, baby.
You hear
like,
that, dude?
yo, you, good job. I'm happy for you. You won your 3rd ring.
Martin was here before him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I extended.
And he
the
lost.
invite.
Adolfo.
Adolfo, Dolph.
Oh, welcome to the league. That's all I can say, yo. Like you wild like for stabbing our commissioner in the back. I mean, like, thank God I'm not in his division. That's all I can say.
It was a wild choice, but I mean, you know, more power to him. It was a moment that will live in infamy in our league's history. That's for sure. By the way, we never said where are you ranking
Oh,
Cascanes. I think I know where I'm putting it. I think I've got it 3rd.
this is still 1.
So because you said your barrel, your cask was 1.
This it was like, yeah. I don't know.
I definitely I have this 1, this 2. I'm putting
Really?
I'm putting Cascanes 3 and Lágrimas 4.
Really? That's funny because this is a Aneo, which is aged longer. And technically,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be smoother.
that is the rule of thumb. As
But
longer
it's
it's
not.
aged.
And is this your personal preference?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I normally do gravitate towards reposados and añejos over blancos or platas or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. There was something about that siete decadas, siete leguas that I really enjoyed.
Good.
I might have to do another shot just to make sure, you know. But well, before that, wait, should we do repeat shot check? Because we have
No,
one.
we gotta finish. The
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah. So we have the 5th and final
Oh man,
tequila that you brought.
I don't know how people like.
You want what? Look at that. I love when the box has a nice. Look at
The
this.
drunkening. That's all this is right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, I said, I want to try some tequilas to taste, see what it's like.
Well, and I was gonna let you kind of control it out. If you wanted to like do like little sips and half shots, I was gonna be like cool. But you were like, nah,
you
do
only have shot
shots.
glasses.
I only have shot glasses. You don't have to fill those up all the way, right? But you started it as shots, and we're finishing it as shots. You're off this whole week, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so
but I
that's
have
why.
things to do tomorrow.
Yeah. What time?
I gotta see my parents like in the afternoon. I gotta settle some things with the venue actually for Lana's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are there issues or something?
No, it's like decorations or like.
So when
party
you say
tables.
no gifts, you mean gifts, right?
No gifts. Just like your presence is our
the
present.
Oh yeah. All right, open that shit up. I'm very excited. El Tesoro is
'Cause,
one
like,
of
you
my
like this
favorite
brand,
brands.
no?
Yeah, I love El Tesoro. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Did you know? Apparently, they recently got bought out by somebody.
Yeah.
I forget who it is, but like every time like a tequila gets bought out by somebody, like
They mess
change
with it, yeah.
formula.
Yeah.
And that's what worries me about this brand.
Oh, let's see. I didn't know. Because I thought it was still
Their
family
blancos right now
owned?
do not come in the same packaging. It's
really.
different now. They got rid of the Tacona Stone.
Oh yeah, look, I have one
It
right
looks like
here.
that.
Damn. And you know what? I didn't even notice about the top. Because you're right. They always have the. If you want to put that one up here just for a second.
Why is it so hard to like?
Yeah. So Rocco brought this when we did our episode not too long ago.
It's funny. I told you this, but I was in that class.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Rocco had a
Shout out to
story
Rocco.
where someone threw something at the teacher and he turned.
It
around
wasn't
and-
him though. It was some dude behind me too.
So you
I
don't know
forget-
who it was either.
I forget who it was, but like I heard him turn around. Which one of you dropped the like which one of you
F bombs. Yeah.
threw that?
So they're already like cutting corners in
that's what worried me.
Yeah, because like, so I definitely remember this now that you bring it up. The El Tesoro top, it's like a fucking
It's a
rock.
stone. It's a Tucano, and like it goes over the agave fruit and like it extracts the juice.
Oh, I did not know that.
And they get a donkey, like you see it there.
Okay.
This
yeah,
process,
yeah.
the Tucano crushed.
Wow, got it.
Stone mill.
Man, that's even cooler than before I knew that. And it makes me bummed out that it might not be that. I bet you they're saving a lot of money with this fucking new wooden top.
Oh, I'm sure. But if the product is good inside, then I'm okay with it.
Okay. Yeah,
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as the product is good inside.
Yeah, you're
For
right.
me.
So this bottle, is it a little bit older then?
I'm sure because it's an extra inhale.
No, not the aging, but like, is
I don't know.
because it's not packaged
Yes,
like
I
the
feel
new
like,
shit, right?
like the newer bottles, whenever we buy this product now, that's how it comes.
Yeah, because Rocco bought that like literally just a month ago.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you
I'm
had that,
sure
for
all the El Tesoros right now.
all right.
Or maybe they're just saving it up for just like
for
this,
the like
yeah.
the because this is
I've
not
seen,
just
like-
an añejo, this is an extra añejo.
There are like certain El Tesoros that's like a $400 bottle.
Yeah. So this one goes for about 120 to 150 from what I've seen. I don't know if that's close to what you guys are doing.
It's 130.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we are right on par with that. Let's pour it up, dude. This is the fifth and final tequila that we are quote unquote taste testing. Was that a good or a bad
Both. Dangerous.
Well, you definitely Ubered here, I'm guessing.
Yes. Definitely over here. And I didn't pay for it.
How'd that happen?
Baby mama paid for it.
Wow.
You know,
She felt so bad that she made you go to a vegan spot.
Date and like, it's like, can I pay for Uber? I'm like, all right, fine.
That's nice.
I love you, Jane. Shout out to Jane.
Oh,
Milano.
yeah. Shout out
Shout out to
Jane.
Val. To the important women in our life.
All right.
And your mom, Irma.
All right. So we're just shouting out to,
No, it was really nice to see
to
her.
your mom too then,
Oh,
all right?
thank you.
to our moms and to our women.
Oh. I don't know, like that burning not burning, but like I definitely taste alcohol still, because that was my fifth shot. You know, I've drank 2 beers plus this, but that was really great. I like the flavor.
So I was gonna say, in terms of like smoothness, it's probably the second smoothest we've
Okay.
done, but I enjoyed the flavor of that more than any tequila we've done.
I'm sorry, you enjoyed the what?
The flavor of that
okay.
more than any
Me too.
tequila we've
That
done.
was actually very, very tasty.
I enjoyed it going down for sure. So yeah, I think for me that's that's jumping all the way to number 1.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, or above the I do the El Tesoro Extra Añejo number 1. The Siete Leguas, Siete Decadas, 7 decades number 2. The Private Cask of Don Julio is number 3. The Cascadas by the Winemakers number 4, and the Lágrimas del Val is number 5. And it's I think it actually shows that there might be something to this pricing, because our easy like last one is the cheapest bottle we have. Yeah, so it's interesting. But no, I there are people that'll say that the Siete Leguas Blanco will go down easier than the El Tesoro.
But there's more like flavor.
If you like tequila,
Caramel.
you're looking for these flavors right here. I really enjoyed that. I've read that so they're aged for 4 to 5 years in bourbon barrels, and those bourbon barrels tend to lend themselves to accentuate more chocolate notes, coffee or toasted almonds in that sense. So you're not too far off in what you were kind of going for there in your little palate profile assessment of that alcohol. I really enjoyed that one a lot, actually. Yeah. Now we do that like neat for sure. Is that your number 1 or what's your order?
I guess this is Siete Leguas. Oh yeah.
The Siete Leguas. Yeah. Does that surprise you at all?
Yes and no. Cause like, yeah, actually it does. Cause like I'll drink a lot more like reposado at home.
Yeah.
Or like Neos.
Okay.
Like I'll pour myself a glass and I'll sip on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really sip on blancos that much.
Mm. Yeah. That makes sense though. Like I would too. I would if I were choosing.
But apparently
something...
there are some blancos out there you can just sip on.
Oh sure. I mean,
you can sip on anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just literally
drink what you want.
Yeah.
Because like, oh well. Rewind that. Like, your episode on red flags or no, how to treat a bartender?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my still...
Tito soda!
To this day. One of the most popular episodes of my podcast.
Like... You've seen it. Oh, man. I feel for you, bro.
What?
Just like... You've been there in the trenches. And like, oh, man. You didn't... Everything you said on the episode.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, man.
Does it resonate with
Yep.
you? Well, do you see a lot of... You're at a liquor store, sir.
I have rude customers, but like it's...
Do you?
Yeah.
So what are some nightmares?
Just a bunch of Karens and stuff.
Oh, tell me a
so
bad
one
situation.
time, like years ago, when I was like a young kid, I was helping out a customer and she was like a complete bitch.
Really?
Yeah. She wanted organic wine for like $10. We didn't have it, and she yelled at me for that.
Wow.
And then she had like settled on something else.
Okay.
And it's like she asked for ice when she was checking. I was like, I'm sorry, we don't sell ice.
Yeah.
Because like, so liquor stores in New York State, we can only sell alcohol products. We can't sell chasers, mixers, cups.
Oh, not even cups.
Not even cups. If it doesn't contain alcohol, we can't sell it. Yeah. And like she asked for ice, like you sell ice. I said, can't sell ice, and she yelled at me for that. Like I had this fond memory of me. Like I remember this. I think about it every day. It humbles me.
I didn't know that. So you can only sell.
Yeah.
Like
New York State is crazy too, because like there are other states and like out there you can buy everything one store.
Wait.
Cali, you can buy like beer.
But can you
liquor.
sell non-alcoholic spirits?
No.
You can't.
I cannot. I can't sell beer too. We can sell high noons.
Oh, real? Because it has vodka.
Yes, that is correct.
That's right. Because I have bought not just these, but the High Noon has a tequila soda out too.
Yes, there's a tequila.
And I bought that at a liquor store.
Yeah. Well, we can't sell beer. We can't sell like mixers.
Wow. So damn. So how do non-alcoholics? Because there's non-alcoholic gins and non-alcoholic.
Yes, I've seen them.
How do so they can't get into liquor stores then?
No, they're sold at supermarkets usually.
Wow,
yeah.
That's. I wonder if that works against them at all.
It's different licensing, I think. But like the crazy thing is in Jersey, you can't. In Jersey, I went for a wedding and like I like rented at a hotel. I drove to a CVS thinking they had beer. They did not have beer.
Yeah,
it's like they have a designated beer shop.
Right.
It's all.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
I'm always kind of every time I just tried to drink my beer backwards. Every time that we go to like the Poconos or some shit, the beer and alcohol buying process, always feel like, am I in France? Like, am I in Europe?
Actually, no. France had like you could buy wine.
Actually, yeah, you could probably buy it on the street from a child in France. Like, in
they sold wines in like into the supermarkets. If I'm not mistaken.
I remember when we went to the Poconos once, and like
it was hard getting liquor.
Well, for beer specifically, like they were like, "Oh, we can only sell you
like a 6-pack of
2 cases or something like that,"
and you have to walk out and come back.
But they're like, "Yeah, you can take it to your car and come back in and buy 2 more." And I'm like, "What?" As opposed to buying just 4 or 6 right now,
like per
they're
transaction.
like, yeah, that's legally not allowed.
Every state is different.
But the loophole, and they'll tell you, right? Because they have a lot of New Yorkers that are just coming in
for the Poconos.
Yeah. So they're like, this is the stupid law. This is how you get around it. But you have to go out and come back in. And I'm like, I've never given them shit for. I'm like, wow, okay, nope. I mean, deal. I'll do that. Sure.
I think in New York, I'm pretty sure you can buy as many.
Yeah. That's not a New York thing at all. That's yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. Tri-state area.
Yeah, but I remember it took me years to learn that like technically places can't sell like alcohol on Sunday mornings or some shit like that.
It's funny. New York State, like the store couldn't be open before noon.
Your store.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then Governor Kathy Hochul,
Okay.
she changed the laws. Like liquor stores can be open at 10.
10.
Yeah.
Huh.
But like it's funny though, restaurants could be open at that time and like sell, like not sell, but like let's just say you want a mimosa at brunch,
They can do it.
they can do that.
But you couldn't.
We couldn't sell
liquor.
liquor or like bottles of wine
Huh.
until
Until
like
kinda
recently.
recently.
It's like I forget when, but yeah, we like it's yeah.
Was with those 2 hours? Was it significant at all?
When
to your business?
the store would be open at noon, and when we changed that, like as like it got known, definitely it's like
really okay.
people need bubble brunches.
Oh,
Yeah, prosecco, cava. It's a thing, yo.
Yeah,
Brunch.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love drinking on brunch?
Yeah, no, for sure. If I'm going to brunch, it's
Yeah.
only if you're
Endless.
telling me it's a brunch but it's dry. I'm
Endless.
like, no. And I don't do a lot of brunches, but we did brunch for Val's birthday. We did a brunch in Astoria.
Oh,
I was very drunk by the end of that
nice.
night. But the waiter was the server was just really good about like squeezing in as many drinks as possible. And you know what? I don't like doing like mimosas. I don't like anything that has too
I love
much.
me a good Bloody Mary.
Really?
Yeah, I love
You're
a Bloody Mary.
So you like
I'm a
tomato?
big Bloody
I don't
Mary
like
guy.
tomato juice.
I love tomato juice with like
Wow.
vodka and just like the pickle. Oh,
Yeah.
my mouth is safe. Like,
So if you go to brunch, you could do Bloody
yeah,
Marys.
if they have a Bloody Mary, I'll try it.
Yeah.
for sure.
And you could do multiple of those.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it's good.
Yeah.
If it's like bad, like I won't do it.
Yeah.
But a good Bloody Mary,
Dude, Station House used to have what's called. We had something. They might still have it to this day. To
this day.
Yeah, that's how you know you're a fan. Called the Supreme Bloody Mary, where it had like the bottom of it was lined with beef broth. Then you'd have like the regular Bloody Mary ingredients, but you'd also have like a stick of like thick ass bacon as like the garnish.
Oh man.
With like some olives and like basically a salad bar put on it, and it had a little bit
stick of
different.
celery.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Supreme.
that shit looked like just like a meal, dude. Like yeah, and like, I'm not.
It's the savoriness that like I love about
So
it.
I'm not a Bloody Mary
I
guy,
love
but
the
that
savory
looked
notes.
like a great
Yeah.
drink. I'm not gonna lie.
It's basically I don't know how to like describe it, but like,
I'm just not a tomato juice guy, and I think that's the main reason why I can't do it. Yeah,
tomato.
yes, tomato.
Tomatoes.
I didn't take you for a Bloody Mary guy.
Actually, do not mind a good Bloody Mary.
Is that like the only vodka drink you'll do?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Tita soda.
I love that no one has any idea why you're just yelling that at me.
I hope you understand.
I do.
Oh.
I understand. I think I mean, and then that episode I was just talking about how people just
Ranting, like,
yell.
holy
Will
shit.
yell at me.
Like, no, I
basically.
understand, bro. Like,
I've got to do another episode, like like that one. I had an episode. I think that one was from Bartending 101.
yes.
I should do like a Bartending 102 or
Two.
something like that.
But do you have notes or like anything lined up for that?
You know
Because
what?
like it's different now, like serving at the cellar.
For
compared to-
sure, yeah.
Like you don't deal with customers. Like they're not spitting in your face.
Not the same way, no.
You know what I mean?
There are different types of
But
customers.
really-
But I still have plenty of stories that I haven't used. You know what I have to do? I have to go back and listen to that episode again to just make sure what it was that I said, what I talked about.
that like ticked you off at the time.
Well, just I don't want to make another episode and repeat pet
True,
peeves or
true.
stories or whatever. I want to, if I'm doing 102, if I'm doing, bar etiquette 102, I should teach new things, not what I already did. So that episode was so long ago, and honestly, I often forget about what the hell I recorded an hour after I recorded. So I got to go back and listen to it and just make sure I got to make like a little mental note of everything that I talked about so that I can start making a list of new things to talk about. Because, dude, working at a bar, it's like endless material.
There are
shit.
dumb things like, oh, I shouldn't talk about this, but why isn't it on my notes? Like you said that earlier. Just the way people treat like hospitality people, like it's bad, man. Like
I mean, let's see if I could even pop up my notes right now and see if anything like comes up. Let's see.
And it's the same thing for retail. Like, people yell at us for not having things like they want.
Like you just talked about, you got yelled at by Karen because
we didn't have ice. Or like,
even though it's illegal for you to have ice.
Or like
she cared. No.
She wanted like organic wine for $10. Like, we didn't have that. But now we do.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Oh, you do? You have
the cheapest like, organic wine we have is
the
like
yelling worked.
$11 like white from Spain. That's organic.
Okay.
Anyway.
I mean, that counts, I guess, right?
It's organic.
That's something.
It's cheap wine.
Let's see.
Wine is cool.
This is literally... yeah, I think I used a lot of these in that episode. Like, I have here bartending don'ts. Don't ask for...
what do you have on tap? Meanwhile, the tap's right
in front of you? Yeah, you have to look around me to ask me that.
What's on tap?
Don't ever ask for a buyback or assume you're getting a discount.
Or manager of a different bar.
Yeah, or just in general. Okay. Just I don't care if you think because you're being so nice or because you tipped or whatever like that.
But if I was like a customer for the night, like why would you ask that?
It's happened. It's like, oh, I don't get a discount or I don't get a buyback. It's like, dude, I don't even remember who the fuck you are. I don't know. Yeah.
That's wild.
Another thing I have written down is splitting a bill 5 ways. Like someone has to make enough money to cover this, and I'm assuming you all have Venmo. There's no reason that we need to be doing this. The worst is when it's 2 people that order 2 beers, and they're like, "Can we split this in half?"
2 beers.
I'm like, neither one of you between the 2 of you can just give me a card to cover
the 2 beers.
Fucking $16. And then one of you guys have Venmo? Yeah, and it'll be like $16.05. You can keep that nickel. Like it's... Oh, what else do I have written down here? When people think that I love when I'm bartending and someone will come into my bar and tell me that they're a regular here. And then I'll be like, I have no idea who you are. They'll be like, oh, well, I'm a regular. And I'll be like, really? What's my name? And they'll be like, oh.
Bill.
I don't know. Well, they'd be kind of right, but they never get that, right? They're always like, oh, come on. I don't know. I used to know fucking that other guy. You know. It's like, just because you came here twice 2 years ago doesn't make you a regular of shit, dude. I work here 5 days a week.
And that happened at the Diddy?
That happens everywhere. It's happened at every establishment I've ever been at. Okay. People will tell me
that they're regular.
a regular, and I have no idea who they are. And it'll at the Diddy, it happened when I was there over a year. At the Cellar, I've been here for like 7 months now. They'll tell me that. I don't know who the fuck you are. At the Astoria or Station House, where I've been for years, they would tell me that. I'm like, dude, you're a regular? My regulars know my name.
Yeah.
When I walk in. My regulars, I have their drink ready for them by the time that they sit down at the bar because I know what they're drinking. I don't know who the fuck you are. You're telling me you're a regular here? And then what? There's the next thing out of your fucking mouth is, do I get a buyback? Do I get a discount? Because no, you don't. Yeah. I literally just have 2 questions written down here. What's a good cocktail?
Is margarita okay to make?
Like, I love when people ask, what's a good cocktail? Like, why? Because you don't want to order your Long Island iced tea or Dirty Shirley and feel embarrassed? What's a good cocktail? A beer is a good cocktail and a shot of tequila. Like, do you like to make cocktails?
Yes.
I mean, what are you an accountant? Do you like to account? Like, do you like balancing tax books? Like, I'll do it. I don't mind it. Yeah, but like, if you're asking me like, what would I'd rather make you right now? I'll fuck it. First of all,
shot.
I'd rather not make you a goddamn thing. I would love to ignore you, but have you take up that spot in the bar so someone else more annoying than you doesn't sit down there. But, yeah. Do you like to make cocktails? I mean, I don't hate it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather pour you a beer and a shot, and that's it. That's it. I hate when people open up with this. Is it annoying if already annoying? If you're asking me,
Can I request a song?
is it annoying if I request a song and order an espresso martini? But can you muddle the coffee beans? Like, dude,
And
if you're
French press it.
if you're asking if it's annoying, that's already annoying. You already lost. You're already annoying. Is it annoying if... Here's the thing. The reason they're asking that is because they know. They know that it is annoying. So you're like, I maybe I'll come off nicer if I ask if it's annoying before I actually do the annoying thing. No, you just compounded the annoyance. Here's the thing. I just ruined like 5 minutes of Bar Etiquette 102 giving you this shit.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah, I apparently I have a
Jesus
bunch of shit
Christ.
written down. I have a bunch of shit written down. But then I also
Let's not dive into it.
I gave away about a bunch of shit. I never got into shit like this, which I'm not gonna get into right now, but like throwing people out, cutting people off.
Oh, that happens. I've seen a lot of people get cut off.
It's always
It's wild, though.
dude, I get
Like human beings, like don't know how to behave.
I always think it's weird when like I have to cut off someone because it's like, dude, like especially I understand cutting off someone young because they get it. They're like I fucked up, whatever. When you cut off somebody old, it's like, dude, you haven't learned by now. Yeah,
you should be
you
sleeping.
haven't learned by now how to drink, dude. Like, dude,
Go home and sleep.
I've only once in my life ever been cut off or kicked out of a bar. Or, well, not I've been kicked out a couple of times, but it was more for altercations. But in terms of just being too drunk, I remember I actually like got dumped like via text and was at a bar and just drank and drank and drank.
Damn.
And then I think I like did one of these where like I fell asleep with like my head down on the bar, and when I woke up my beer was gone and I was like mad. And the bartender was like, you're asleep. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, but I paid for that drink, blah, blah, whatever. And I left. But, like, now looking back at it, like, yeah, no way. Like, that, I should have absolutely been kicked out of that bar, dude.
But you haven't kicked out anyone out of cellar? It's different, right? Like, you're a customer. I feel like you're a customer.
I haven't had to, no. I've cut people off, but I haven't had to kick people.
Really? You've had to cut people off?
Yeah, because you got to remember, I'm at the cafe still, too, sometimes. So at the cafe, we'll have people sitting at the bar, and I still interact with people. When I'm bartending downstairs in the comedy club, I don't interact with anyone at all. So I don't have to... People get kicked out from the club because they're, like, heckling or, like... Being,
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're being a
That's the
disturbance.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But, like... I mean, like, in terms of, like, just drinking, like, they're fucking drunk.
In the cellar, they only get... During the comedy show, they'll only get kicked out for...
Heckling.
Yeah, because, like,
likely.
we've had plenty of people that, like, they're keeping an eye on them because they look really drunk, but then they don't disturb the show at all.
just
Like,
sitting
if
there.
anything, they laugh. Yeah, like, they're really drunk, yeah, but they're not disturbing the show. So it's like, okay, like, fuck. I've literally heard, like, managers be like, okay, fuck it. I guess he's okay then, you know, or I guess she's okay. But if you're drunk, and it doesn't matter if you're drunk or not, but especially if you're drunk and you start disturbing the show, yeah,
Oh, for sure.
you're out, yeah. But the cafe, that's yeah, you still get the people that get too drunk and don't realize that, you know, it's not really, this isn't like a get fucked up kind of bar, you know, like this is an old school cafe where comedians come to chill before their sets.
When you say cafe, I'm thinking like a coffee place.
We do have espresso and coffee, yeah. I mean, and it looks very old school. We have like families will be there on a Friday, Saturday night having like dinner, you know. People that have older couples that have been going to the cafe for 30 years will come in, you know. And those people they're the type that just want to sit down in a booth and have a nice dinner and have, you know, maybe a drink or two. It's not the crowd that really wants to be doing shots exactly and loud music. We're not playing loud music, you know, or anything like that.
Diddy was wild, man.
Diddy was wild, dude. I agree. The Diddy was fucking wild. as we are kind of coming to an end here, is there another tequila or two you want to revisit?
Probably the Leguas.
You want to do Leguas again? I'm down. I want to like read. I think we should probably do the Leguas and the extra añejo one more time. We gotta do 2 more shots. Our top 2 to see which ones we like.
You can't really compare them though.
It's all good. These excuses to do more tequila. So it's been about 2 hours since we've last had this tequila.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So let's see if we still like it. Yeah, still nice. And I actually forgot that it was that flavorful too. It's not just smooth, but it has nice flavor to it. The 2 best tasting tequilas were the El Tesoro and the Siete Leguas. Do you remember it? Do you remember the time that you took your sister drinking with us for the first time ever?
And I got really like messed up after.
You were the one that got really messed up.
I remember.
Is that the most drunk you've ever gotten, you think? Or like the most fucked up you've gotten?
This one time in like college, I got super drunk and like, remember Chris Falciano?
Yeah.
He carried me home.
Oh, I remember this story. I heard about
That was
this.
freshman year.
He had to, from like fucking H quad too, right? To what was it? To Keller?
No, the other way around.
Keller to H
Keller
quad.
to...
Dude, that is a good, like, without a person on your back, that's probably a, 15, 20-minute
It's
walk?
like 15 minutes.
I love that you're like, it's no big deal.
He's a big dude. Strong dude.
So you passed out at a place?
I passed out at a party and like,
And like you
Carried me home.
you were not allowed to crash, I guess.
I don't know.
Or he just wasn't
carried me
leaving.
home.
He just wasn't leaving a man behind.
No man behind.
His nickname was Rebel, but Chris.
But you dormed with him too.
Yeah,
I lived
with
junior,
him.
No,
I lived with him for like 2 years.
yeah,
At least, yeah.
and like Adrian was your roommate or something.
Yeah. Adrian was my roommate, but like for those that are struggling to
Was this but Keith was your roommate after
Adrian, yeah. So I lived in a suite at college, which is 3 rooms connected by a common
3
living
bedrooms
room.
with 2 beds.
Yeah, so 3 bedrooms, each 2 people in each bedroom, but then all of those bedrooms were connected by a common living
room and a bathroom.
And a bathroom, right. So technically 6 people lived in
that
suite.
That suite life was dope.
It was awesome. Having a living room where like you could just chill with like 5. By the way, our suite was 7 people because Adrian was living with his girl.
Oh, okay.
So I had 2 roommates in my room, and they were actually dope as fuck. I had no issues with that at all. I was really chill.
This was your first year going in
To Stony Brook, yeah. I transferred.
And you didn't like apply to like, oh, I know someone here. Like, can you put me in there?
No, not at all.
They
It
like
was
randomly
random.
put you.
So to explain why we're bugging out a little bit. So I went to John Jay for 1 year, and in the middle of that year, I visited you guys at Stony Brook for a party, like a random, like just like whatever party. It wasn't even that crazy of a party, but we just had so much fun. We literally just went around campus drinking, going to different people's dorms, just meeting a bunch of people. That night, I said, I'm transferring to Stony Brook. Like, I just wanted to, like, just be with you guys and, like, fucking drink and smoke and have fun all the time. Because I was commuting to John Jay all the time, and it just wasn't that fun. It wasn't that great. I wasn't having the college experience. And so,
It's different commuting into the city.
Oh, yeah. Last one, you got to pour that extra añejo. So, I transferred to you guys, and I did not choose what room I was going to be put in. It was a random assignment, and I was assigned to a room where I had graduated high school with 2 people that live in the same fucking suite.
Adam and Chris.
We graduated the same high school together. And when I meet them, they're like, "Wait, you went to prep?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, they're like, wait, aren't you cool with like Tony and James? I was like, yeah, I'm Tony, James, and like Brian. Like that's basically the reason I'm here. They're like, dude, we see them like all the fucking time.
That's a small Stony Brook world.
They're like, they live in the next building over. Like we
Well,
saw
no,
them-
not actually. Yeah, we did.
No, at the time you were at the next building over. Yeah,
we were. Oh my god!
and they're like, we see each other like on a daily, if not, almost every day, if not every other day. Like we see them every Thursday, Friday when we party, whatever. And I'm like, this worked out fucking perfectly. And I'm like, do you guys like to drink? They're like, a lot. And I'm like,
well,
great.
Chris did.
Chris and Adrian and
oh.
Corey. Corey was the only one that was over 21, and he was buying
Might
all
be
of
a
us
beer,
all of
yeah.
his drinks and shit. Yeah, nah, dude. Like, we lived with someone that was over 21, and he was buying. I bought a fridge half the size of me for no other reason than to store fucking beer in it. And I brought that in, and I remember showing it to them. I was like, "Oh, that's mine." I fully intend on just having beer in there, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be awesome." and yeah, so I moved to Stony Brook just because of a party that I visited you guys during, and had a great time, and proceeded to go to Stony Brook for like 2.5, 3 years, and never go to class and failed out.
Nice.
So, but why did we even start talking about that? Oh yeah, cause you. So I lived with Chris, the guy that carried you while you were drunk. I lived with him for multiple years, and I'm not surprised by that story at all. Cause Chris is like, he was just like so down back then. Like, I mean, I haven't seen him in years. I love and I miss him, and I hope to see him again sometime soon. But he was just so. He was definitely a like never leave a man behind type of dude, you know? Like if you guys went to a party together and you were too fucked up, yeah, he would actually be the type of dude that would make sure you got home with him okay. Even if it meant maybe fucking up his chances with a chick or whatever. Dude, I remember I had to carry back my ex from Tabler.
Leslie?
Yes, Leslie. I had to carry back Leslie from Tabler.
To your place?
Yeah.
That's like 15 minutes.
I love that. Like for you, it's like, yeah,
I know where it is though.
It was 15
Tabler,
minutes.
okay.
And
it's not like to H.
I truly believe that I never had a pain in my back before that day ever. And since that day, to this day, I am more familiar with back pain, and I've had to like stretch and do shit. And I swear to God, like the next day after that, I was like in bed, like I couldn't move because like my back was on fire, you know. Like, and she woke up like, "What's wrong, Willie?" And I'm like, what's wrong? I can't move because I carried you for 12 miles. It wasn't 12 miles, but I remember when I was getting her in. I was like moving. I literally walked in and I forgot who was at the dorm. Someone was always awake in our living room, and they just see me walking in with her in a coma, and Chris is like drunkenly like walking around behind me with another girl, and they're just like, wow, you guys had a wild night. And I'm like, yeah. And I go to open my dorm room door, and I couldn't get it open completely. And Leslie's head just smacks the door, just bong. And that's how the door,
wooden part of the handle.
The wooden door.
Because I know it's a long wooden handle, door.
Yeah.
And there's a handle right there.
The metal handle did not.
Yeah.
But she opened the. I used her as a battering ram.
Oh.
The wooden door opened because her head just fucking clunked. It went bong, and that door just opened slowly. Everyone started laughing. I was like, oh. I was like,
remember this?
Because I was like, dude, I made it safely home with her.
Without
any issue. And then
literally the bed is right there.
I'm getting her into the bed. Bong! I looked at her. That chick was out cold still. I was like, either she was already unconscious or I knocked her unconscious at the last minute. But, so.
Stony Brook.
Cheers,
Let's go
dude.
Seawolves.
Man. What do you think? That one or
that one's really good too.
Yeah, no.
I actually kind of like that more.
I think I agree. I
Just
think
because there's more flavor.
so we did the Siete Leguas and the El Tesoro back to
These
back.
are top two going back.
And I think El Tesoro is going to take it. For me, at least, the extra añejo.
I think so too.
I think we might both agree on the
There's
extra
like more
añejo,
flavor. Like there's more.
which is really nice, man. It was just so dope. I really enjoyed that.
So like it's aging. That's all it is.
Well, yeah, but it came down to a Blanco and an extra añejo, which are on two opposite ends
That's
of the
true.
spectrum, you know? So it's not... Aging is part of it, but you can have a shitty recipe and age it,
That's
and it'll
true.
still be whack.
And the crazy thing is like these two are both in like the same price range.
Yeah. And they're two of the pricier ones that we had compared to the other ones today. Mostly the Lágrimas.
How many shots of tequila?
We did like seven. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
Oh wait, how many tastes of tequila?
5 different tastes. I mean, we have 2 different tequilas here that we can still
Oh.
taste, but I don't know if you want to do that. How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Yeah, right. It's not too bad.
Oh, I don't drink that much more. Well, like, yeah.
I actually, don't worry. I don't think we're gonna drink much more. I actually thought that while doing the last 2 tequilas, one last time each to make sure we can decide the best
The
one.
best one out of the 5.
I thought that was the
This
the
is probably
best.
the winner. But like this is a close second. It's like
For sure, yeah.
like they're both smooth going down, but this has like a flavor. It's like that's really nice.
I think the flavor to El Tesoro is
Yes.
a little bit more complex and just
Exactly.
and soothing. It's not a jarring flavor
For
at
sure.
all. Yeah, and honestly, I think that's the best way to wrap this up. We literally went through the 5 tequilas you brought and came down to the final 2 and gave them each another shot and came to an agreement. We both agree that the El Tesoro Extra Añejo is the best one that you brought tonight, man. Dude, I want to thank you, dude, for coming
for
through.
having me.
Thank you for coming through. I'm really always humbled and honored whenever someone's willing to come on this podcast. Because it's not like anyone's getting famous for being here for a couple of hours. It's not like it's gonna really affect anyone. If anything, it just helps me, and I really always feel a little humbled by that shit. So I appreciate you, dude, taking the time out as a new dad. To ignore your daughter to do 7 shots of tequila with me.
Shout out to Jane.
Yeah, thank you, Jane. I love that you were like, so I'm gonna go drink with Will. So here's a vegan
No, we're recording
meal.
a podcast episode. We are not.
Did you tell her that we were gonna drink
No, I didn't
tequila?
tell her about drinking tequila. All I said was we're gonna record a podcast episode.
So she had no idea you had 5 bottles of tequila.
Yeah,
Nice.
but she heard me like carry all the bottles out. When
She
we were
heard the
walking.
click, clink,
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 clank,
clink,
clank,
clink,
clink, clonk, clonk.
The most guilty
I was
sound.
like, oh,
The most
and
guilty
don't like
sound of all time.
ignore the case of high noons I'm carrying out.
I hear that, dude. Oh, man. You know what? You might be one of the few people that know exactly how I do the outro for these shows. Do you want to plug an Instagram or something for people
No,
to
I'm
follow?
okay.
No.
if you
I love that. He's
like
like,
everyone knows who I am, like you know who I am. Like you would know my IG handle. Or,
anyone you want to know your IG should know your IG.
not really, yeah.
And so you don't give a fuck about them following you or not.
It's all the shit's on private.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I get to
Well,
select.
None of my shit's on private. I'm
Yep.
the most public motherfucker out there. But it's the same name on all platforms. It's that time of the show where I ask you guys to do me a favor and follow me on all those platforms. It's 3 words. I'm Will Bryant. It's the same thing on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, Twitch, Spotify, Threads, YouTube, all that shit. Do me a favor, throw me a follow, give me a review, like and subscribe, whatever it is, whatever you do, it helps me out. I promise you it does, and I appreciate all of you for doing it. Once again, 3 words. I'm Will Bryant. Bryant.
Like
Kobe. Yeah, I didn't even have to tell him how it's done, man. That's all I got for this episode. That's all we got. James, once again, my friend, I love you so much, man. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Billy,
Thanks for
yeah.
having
We didn't even talk about how you're the only person that
That's for the next episode.
calls me Billy and I don't mind it. Besides my parents. Yeah, we'll save that for the next episode. Yeah. 5 bottles of tequila later. I appreciate you guys. Until next time. Peace. That's it, dude. We did it.
No, the camera, like, is it on still?